Gronkowski.
I have
Sure.
Gronk on my fantasy football
Sure,
team.
you always got to take Gronk.
So he hanged himself, with the bed sheets last April.
Very good. You didn't say hung.
No, I said hanged. I know the proper.
Because you covered enough of those.
Exactly.
Unfortunately.
There's hanging, there's hung, but he
Right.
hanged himself
Yes.
with bed sheets in April, and he was in prison serving a life sentence for murder of Odin Lloyd. It was his girlfriend's brother back in
Sure.
2013.
Little too much detail there, but go ahead.
Well, no, but he had the worst case and the most severe CTE
According to
ever found in a person his age.
This was an autopsy of Aaron Hernandez.
Yes, the family.
The results just came out yesterday? on
Yes.
this? Okay.
They studied the disease. This.
CTE, chronic traumatic encephalopathy.
Thank you. And it affects your decision making.
Apparently,
judgment,
I don't have it because I can pronounce it.
Cognition. Researchers at Boston University, the family agreed to let them take his brain and see the results, and it's just
It's horrible.
It is horrible
Because now, everybody was like, you know how we all felt about Hernandez, what a bad guy he is. I mean, he's just awful and everything. When it turns out, pardon me in sympathy for the devil, an illusion right here. But after all, it was you and me who wound up killing those people because we love football and we love
we love
like
the hard hits.
We love Aaron Hernandez and those guys banging their heads. And so we're at fault, too.
Hernandez's brain had dark spots, which, compared to the white part, that they showed these slides, but he had significant damage in the frontal lobe, which impacts a person's ability to make decisions and moderate their behavior.
Yeah. Or to make a toss to Peggy Kaczynski on the Channel 5 News.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Some physicians, when they were showing
tweet.
Some physicians, when they were showing this yesterday at this news conference, they gasped because they had never seen such a damaged brain.
Right, and it'll give one pause, to think about, what we're allowing, and when parents see this kind of stuff, football's dead. Nobody is going to. I read a John Cass tweet yesterday.
They canceled the football program at Whitney Young. In New Trier, if you play football, you have to play offense and defense, or else you can't play because they don't have enough players. But
Seriously,
yet they have,
a New Trier now?
Oh yeah, but they have 100. Yeah, my friend's son goes to school there
because no North Shore person is going to let their kid play football. They may have to import. Remember when Reverend Meeks bussed his kids from the South Side to New Trier? We actually may need them bust again so that, they can be cannon fodder for the football team. Yeah.
His temporal
Please,
lobes.
Reverend Meeks, come up to New Trier again.
His temporal lobes, which have sight and sound, showed significant damage. Mm-hmm. Emotional, the part of the brain that has emotional and fear and anxiety was almost depleted. So basically, he was hearing
an animal.
voices.
He was a monster.
Well, but we made him that way because we encouraged that bad behavior.
We did because we love New England winning all those championships.
312
Football's finished. It's done.
642-5600 is our turnkey.pro answer line. Let's go to Dan, who joins us in Plainfield, if I could press the button there. Good morning, Dan. How are you?
Good morning. Nice to hear you. Nice to hear you, Bruce. I'm a big fan forever.
Thank you.
My quick comment was on the Moore running for Alabama senator.
Sure.
And how McCain said that even if the allegations aren't true, he should drop out.
McCain did not say that, Dan. Dan, and I'm a big fan of yours because you're a big fan of mine. Let me explain this to you. Let me explain because I tweet all the time. That's what I do for a living. I make it on volume because each individual
I follow
tweet.
you on Twitter.
Well, thank you. It's very nice of you.
Winston 1984. I've talked to you a million times.
Oh, you're Winston 84. Yeah, you're one of the remnant. Thanks so much, Dan. Here's the story with McCain. All right, listen to me. Listen to me, Dan. Okay, and then you can. Okay, so what happened is that I saw McCain tweet based on he says something like the allegations are so severe against Moore that he should step down right now. And my immediate knee-jerk Twitter response was an Alice in Wonderland allusion, which was, sentence first, trial second. It seemed like he was rushing to judgment. Then, however, I read the Washington Post story, and it's so well detailed that
it's fantastic, and we will go through it.
We will at some point, and you listen later if you can, Dan. But if you're not shoveling your walk, because I understand there's 3 flakes on the ground right now, and we're panicking in Chicago and maybe even in Plainfield. But the thing is that so I think that the crafting of the statement by McCain was not artful, but I would not hang my hat on that like, for example, Sean Hannity did last night. McCain, I'm sure, would amend what he said to say, let's look at the very detailed explanation given in the Washington Post, and it demands a response from more than we have gotten from him. So that's what I would say. But I don't think John McCain was actually rushing to judgment. I think he was a little bit artful in his articulation. Does that satisfy you at the moment, Dan?
It does, but just one last thing real quick. Don't you think McCain comes off sounding like a Democrat on every single issue?
Yes. He does. I mean, that's the problem with McCain.
I love following you on Twitter.
Yeah, and thanks, because I need all the Twitter followers I can get. Thank you.
And what's your Twitter handle?
My Twitter handle is Roy Moore AL. No, my Twitter handle is at Bruce Wolf Chi, CHI, at Bruce Wolf CHI.
Okay, I'm gonna take a break so I can start following you now on Twitter.
Oh boy.
Hear about the big stories of the day, then talk about them right here on Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
Coming up next, we will go through the allegations leveled against U.S. Senate candidate Roy Moore. Whose side are you on this one? There's a lot of vacillation going on in my head. Maybe I have CTE too. But first, here's your forecast, and it's a big one because we have snowflakes for the first time this year.
You know, yesterday I complained that I didn't have the forecast here, and I had to go to my app on my iPhone, and so now I'm complaining again, and I'm sure it's in front of me. If not, I say we go to Jim Talamonte for the weather, because apparently he's able to do the news and the traffic, so it's like he's a multitasker. Why don't you just do the whole damn show today, Jim?
How
about that? You have the weather, Jim?
I do actually.
Then give us the weather and that, and we'll give you 5 seconds.
10-degree wind chill today. This is a big deal.
Okay.
All right, it is cold. It's 19 right now at O'Hare, and we may drop a little more before things start coming up again. We do have a flurry around this morning. Colder today, clouds and sun. We will get up to a high around 32. Tonight's low 26. Tomorrow, Saturday, high 39. Low tomorrow night 34. Not quite so bad. And Sunday, a bit of snow and rain in the morning. Making this a little messy for Bears-Packers at Soldier Field. Up to 39 degrees on Sunday. Right now, 19. In the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center, clear sailing on the Edens right now. The Kennedy looks good, too. Express lanes are open inbound. The Eisenhower and the Stevenson are still fine. Inbound Ryan slow from the Stevenson to the Circle. 19 minutes, 95th to downtown. Outbound 20. It's down to one lane from 83rd to the Split, so it's slow in that area. I-57 just a little sluggish approaching the Verge. Same goes to the Bishop Ford. Everything else looks good right now. I'm Jim Talamonte in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center.
On AM 560, The Answer, we talk about the important issues that affect your world. Things like the economy, education, and foreign policy. There's always so much going on in the news that we don't always have the time to focus in and talk about the big ideas behind the important issues. Enter Upstream Ideas online at upstream-ideas.com. Upstream Ideas, in partnership with the Illinois Policy Institute, provides the kind of information that informs the policy discussions happening here on AM 560. At Upstream Ideas, you'll broaden the debate, move beyond partisan assumptions, and challenge accepted beliefs. Upstream Ideas goes against the current and thinks upstream. Go online now at upstream-ideas.com. That's upstream-ideas.com. You'll be armed with new information and fresh perspectives to help encourage you to make the state of Illinois and the United States of America a bit freer, a bit more just, and a bit more civilized. Upstream-ideas.com.
Highland Park Ford Lincoln's in the house. Here's Alan Marty.
For 30 years, we've been making people happy with incredible deals and service.
We're the best Ford Lincoln dealers in town.
Because making people happy makes us happy.
No doubt. This is one happy place.
Heck, we just break into dance all the time.
We don't break into dance at the dealership.
Sure we do.
No, we really don't.
We could. Come on, Marty, dance with me.
The Highland Park Ford Lincoln Superstore. Call 1-800-984-9000 or go to alanmarty.com.
Admit it.
Okay, you're a lovely dancer.
Thank you. This is Alan Marty. Deal with us.
You wanted to be a teacher when you were little, but as you grew up, things changed. Teaching just didn't seem like the best option anymore, so you decided to become something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Interesting and innovative things are happening in teaching today, so it's time to put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Millwright work is often technical and requires a high degree of precision. The pros at Vans Industrial are skilled mechanics that can perform any type of millwright work, including installation and maintenance of your factory equipment and machinery. For your machine repair needs, look no further than Vans Industrial.
Hi, I'm Dave Van Camp, president of Vans Industrial. Vans Industrial is an industrial millwright contractor that can install new mechanical systems or repair existing systems. Our services include repair of bearings, shafts, shiv alignments, as well as installation of conveyors and bucket elevators. Our team of trained mechanics will respond to your emergency calls 24/7, keeping your systems operational. We're here to help you.
Call 219-931-4881 today for a free inspection of your facility. Interested in what else they do? Visit vansindustrial.com. That's VANS industrial.com. Quality craftsmanship since 1964.
Need a CPAP? Then we need you. We're CPAP.com, and we carry popular brands of CPAP equipment, including ResMed, Respironics, and more. To move inventory, we're selling some of our ResMed CPAP machines at prices lower than you would think. Call now to learn more about these affordable ResMed CPAPs. We'll even provide free shipping on your ResMed machine order, so you'll get it fast. Call 1-800-700-3181. The best part? No insurance needed. Our CPAPs are priced so low they can even cost less than your copay and deductible through insurance. CPAP.com has shipped over 1 million orders and carries a large inventory of sleep apnea equipment. With little retail overhead and no middlemen, we're the best way to get comfortable, effective sleep apnea equipment at incredibly low prices. Again, CPAP.com has a large inventory of ResMed CPAPs and is offering free shipping on these devices. Call now for these great deals and others. Call 1-800-700-3181. If lines are busy, please try again. That's 1-800-700-3181.
AM 560, The Answer.
I really can't
But
stay.
baby, it's cold outside.
Got to go.
Oh, don't
Baby,
encourage
it's
us, Justin.
cold outside.
Come on, sing it.
I'm Bill Cosby, and I'm gonna knock you out. Oh, I forgot the song. We sang it last year. I rehearsed so much for that. last year.
So did
And
I.
I forgot it. It's like the bar exam. You study for it, and then you spit it out, and then you forget everything.
I know.
I
Bruce
forgot
Wolf
it.
here sitting in for Dan Proft. Big
Baby,
news
it's
day today.
cold outside.
Well, the big news, yeah, it's snowing. There's going to be flurries.
I'm Judge Roy Moore. I liked your 14-year-old. Excuse me. So you said that you had vacillation, vacillation on this.
Let's explain to some people what's going on. What happened overnight while they were sleeping? Steve Bannon has come forward. Others have come forward supporting Roy Moore, who, is, as everybody knows, is the U.S. Senate candidate in Alabama. And it centers around a Washington Post article that was dropped yesterday around lunchtime, and it's a bombshell. Leah Korfman, she's now in her 50s. When she was 14, she went to child custody court with her mom. And at the time, Roy Moore was 32 years old. He was the assistant district attorney, and they can prove that his office was down the hallway from the courtroom where this girl's mother was appearing. And that's when he befriended him, and she was going to bring in her daughter. He said, "Oh, no, you don't want her to go in there and hear all that. I'll stay out here with her." And they thought at the time, "Oh, how nice of him to want to take care of my little girl." Well, he asked for her number. Excuse me, hold on. And he picked her up a few days later and brought her to his home in the woods, about 30 minutes away. And he told her how pretty she was, and he kissed her. And then he dropped her back off home after they had a little visit. And on the second visit, he said that she says that he told her to take her shirt off and her pants and remove
At his house again.
yes,
right?
and his clothes. And he touched her over her bra.
He took off his clothes, and
Yes.
she took
And-
took off her clothes to her underwear, right?
Yes, so she had on her bra and panties. Panties, that sounds so gross. Underpants.
Right.
I'm sorry. And he guided her hand to touch him over his underwear. And she said, quote, "I wanted it over. I want it out."
And she's 14 years old at the time, and he's 32.
And she remembers thinking, "Please just get this over. Whatever this is, just get it over." And then she asked Moore to take her home, and he did.
Yes.
And then he called her a few more times. She wasn't interested. Consent, age of consent back then in Alabama is the same as it is today, and that is 16. She was 14 at
This
the
is
time.
punishable by up to 10 years in prison in Alabama.
Well, the statute of limitations is
It's still
long
punishable by the way, you can waive the statute of limitations. You know how?
How?
Well, you can waive it. It's an affirmative defense. Unless you raise it, they can. I believe. I mean, you tell me. I'm not the
well, you're the
practicing
lawyer.
attorney. But all I'm saying is, the statute of limitations is irrelevant to the determination of the truth. The truth is, did this happen? Roy Moore, so far, all he's done is, talk about the Bible and everything. What has he tweeted? He has said...
well, he adamantly denies this. He calls it, forces of evil. They're trying to silence Christian conservatives. It's fake news.
Yeah, except...
And he ran to Breitbart yesterday and said, help me out here. I need your help.
Mr. Moore, you were, an assistant district attorney at the time?
Yes.
Did you have an office at that time in the courthouse in February of 1979?
Washington Post did a great job of investigating this. They had 2 reporters down there for a month, and they tried 4 times to get this woman to speak and the other ladies who he pursued.
Right.
And they finally started opening up and telling their story.
Mr. Moore, in February of 1979, do you recall meeting this woman who was going in for a custody hearing and offering to sit with her daughter and watch the 14-year-old daughter at that time? Do you, Mr. Moore, recall that?
They got court records.
Did you do that, Mr. Moore?
He was at
Let's
work
do a little
the same
role
day.
playing here. Do you recall that?
Yes, I was there,
yes,
sir.
okay. And did you talk to this little girl and get her
I
phone
thought
number?
she was 16.
What was the age of consent then?
16. It's the same.
So you are admitting that all these things happen. It was just a question of her age, right? You're admitting that this happened?
You don't understand. The Obama-Clinton machine, liberal media, is against
I'm going to ask that answer be stricken as being non-responsive, Your Honor. We will continue with To Kill a Mockingbird after these messages.
312-642-5600. What now? I mean, as a Christian man, does he need to come clean? As a conservative, I mean, he has been, thumping the Bible. He got thrown off the Alabama State Supreme Court because he would not take down the 10 Commandments.
He should be hammered with the 10 Commandments now. It reminds me a little of Jimmy Swaggart.
America good again. We return the knowledge of God to our land, and God will heal our land. We don't need to make it complicated. We can't change the heart.
Thank you, Jimmy Swaggart.
Somebody asked me this afternoon, how can we do this? And I said, it's simple. Recognize God. Acknowledge God again. It's not complicated.
Yeah. All right. Look,
so he could still be a godly. I mean, he's a godly man.
It's like Jimmy Swaggart. Remember Jimmy Swaggart? He used to Bible thump. He'd preach and everything like that. He's caught on the side of the road with a hooker. All right. I don't even mind that. That's what Christians are. Christians are sinners. You are a sinner, aren't you, Roy Moore? You did this, Roy Moore, right? So you should step down from the Senate race, right?
Why does he need to step
Go and
down?
sin. Oh, why are you vacillating now? We'll come back with that as Amy defends Judge Roy Moore, the only person in Chicago who will do that.
312-642-5600. Oh, we're going to be continuing this conversation.
To hell with you.
But first, let's go into the newsroom. Say good morning once again to Jim Telemonte, who's
Master of
filling in
all
for
trades.
Dave Stewart, who's filling in for Mike Scott, who's doing weather, who's doing traffic, and you're changing the light bulbs on the tower after the show today. Jim.
Thanks. Happy Friday. Good morning, Amy and Bruce. It'll be cold out there, whatever you're doing. 18 degrees is now the temperature at O'Hare. It's 5:30 on AM 560 The Answer. I'm Jim Talamonte in for Mike Scott. President Trump is demanding economic openness of China and other nations in a speech at the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation in Vietnam. The president said the United States has been treated unfairly when it comes to trade.
We lowered or ended tariffs, reduced trade barriers, and allowed foreign goods to flow freely into our country. But while we lowered market barriers, other countries didn't open their markets to us.
White House officials are saying the president believes that Alabama Senate candidate Roy Moore will end his campaign if sexual allegations are true. Moore denies the claims of 4 women who say he groped and kissed them when they were teens and he was in his 30s. The Washington Post reported the claims yesterday. 2 former Chicago-based comedians are among the 5 women accusing comedian Louis C.K. of sexual misconduct. And since the allegations broke yesterday, HBO has cut ties with C.K. and last night's premiere of his new movie was canceled. New numbers from Puerto Rico's government could support claims the death toll from Hurricane Maria is in the hundreds. Puerto Rico's Department of Public Safety reported this week that the U.S. island territory had nearly 500 more deaths this September than in September of last year. The official death toll is 55. In Chicago sports, Blackhawks lost at Philadelphia last night, 3-1. In college football, Northern Illinois blew out Ball State last night, 63-17 at Husky Stadium. News is a service of Firestone Complete Auto Care. At Firestone Complete Auto Care, they've been putting tires on cars since 1926. And they know when the road gets rough, you need a set of tires that can get tough. Get $60 on a Firestone Visa prepaid card by mail when you purchase a set of 4 eligible Firestone tires. Whatever you drive a Firestone. AM 560 News Time, 5:32. How bad is traffic? We'll have the answer in 2 minutes on AM 560, The Answer.
Mike Gallagher isn't surprised by the media's behavior anymore.
And of course, the media corruption on this is unbelievable. If you're going to report breathlessly on the indictment of Paul Manafort and this guilty plea by Papadopoulos, how do you not include in your media coverage what we found out about the Clinton campaign and the DNC? But they don't even mention it in the media coverage right now. Shocking. The media's corrupt. I know that's news to you, huh?
The Mike Gallagher Show. Weekdays at 9, right before Dennis Prager at 11 on AM 560. The Answer.
This hourly segment is brought to you by Papa Nicholas Coffee. Papa Nicholas, best beans, best roast, best coffee.
Message and data rates may apply.
What's the scariest thing about going to the dentist? Opening your mouth or opening your wallet? Because just a simple cleaning can cost $100, and things like root canals can cost you hundreds more. If you don't have dental insurance to help, text SAVE to 33123 for a free information kit from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps pay for checkups right away, so you can call today and get your teeth cleaned tomorrow. Plus, it helps cover the more expensive procedures you might need down the road. Fillings, crowns, bridges, even costly dentures. There's no deductible and no annual maximum. Your acceptance is guaranteed for one of these insurance policies, even if you're retired or on Medicare. There are no networks, so you can choose any dentist you'd like. That's right, any dentist you want. Text SAVE to 33123 for a free information kit with all the details. That's SAVE to 33123. Again, text SAVE to 33123.
At 5:35 on AM 560, The Answer. Let's check the roads from the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center. It's cold but clear on the Edens right now. No delays to report on the Kent. Eisenhower inbound. Traffic's bunching up between First Avenue and Des Plaines Avenue. It's 30 minutes from 390 to downtown. Outbound fine at 29. Stevenson, tight Cicero to Pulaski. 36 minutes, 355 to Lakeshore Drive. Outbound crash just reported near California Avenue. Ryan, 22 minutes, 95th to downtown. Outbound 20. Roadwork has it down to 1 lane from 83rd to the split till 6 this morning. I-57, 18 minutes. I-80 to the merge. Bishop Ford, 19. Tollways are fine. No problems reported northwest Indiana. Traffic is the service of Napa Auto Parts. This month, Pennzoil full synthetic motor oil is on sale for $4.99 a quart at any participating Napa Auto Parts store. Quality parts, helpful people, that's Napa know-how. General States prices do not include state and local taxes or recycling fees. Offer expires 12/31/17. More of Chicago's Morning Answer comes your way next. Now your official Chicagoland forecast. A flurry this morning, cold, clouds and sun, a high 32 today. Tonight's low 26. Tomorrow, Saturday, cloudy and cold, high 39. Sunday, it is snow and rain in the morning, getting up to a high of 39. Currently 18 degrees at O'Hare. Next news at 6 o'clock. Continuous coverage of the latest news, traffic, and weather at 560theanswer.com. Now, more of Chicago's Morning Answer with Amy Jacobson and Bruce Wolf this morning. AM 560 The Answer.
This hourly segment is brought to you by M.J. Miller & Company Jewelers. See their dazzling display of diamonds for yourself at M.J. Miller Jewelers in downtown Barrington.
Hey, Joe Walsh here. I think that we are witnessing the end, right? The end of both major political parties. We'll talk about it when Freedom returns at 5.
All right, a little bit of breaking news. Actually, it's not a little bit of breaking news. It's President Trump telling Fox News that he believes Alabama Republican Senate candidate Roy Moore will do the right thing and step aside if the sexual misconduct allegations against him are true.
What a cuck President Trump is. President Trump is a cuck-servative. He's not standing up for Roy Moore.
Well, he didn't back him in the special election. He backed Strange.
I think he backed Luther Strange too.
Luther.
Oh, no, that's Stranger Things.
Yeah, no, that's Stranger Things. But he backed him. So, but Roy Moore is defiant. Again, we can't say this enough. again, getting thrown off the Supreme Court in Alabama for refusing to take down the Ten Commandments display that was in front of a public building. And they, of course, the left media, love them, had the montage of the hypocrisy between Roy Moore and, what his actions were 40 years ago as compared to what he's been saying and what he's been preaching as a politician.
Do you think that homosexuality or homosexual conduct should be illegal today? That's a yes or no question.
Homosexual conduct should be illegal. Yes.
Should be illegal.
Yes. It is immoral. It is defined by the law as detestable. It was against the law in most states until the Supreme Court in Lawrence v. Texas said that it wasn't.
I wonder why we're having problems in Newtown, Connecticut, all across our country with killing, stealing, committing adultery. Because we've forgotten the law of God.
Babies piled in dumpsters, abortion on demand. Oh, sweet land of liberty, your house is on the sand.
So the hypocrisy, they said, between, Roy Moore being a pedophile, alleged pedophile 40 years ago, and what he's been preaching about homosexuality and about being a good Christian. If he's a strong, good Christian man, he should come forward and say, I made a mistake. Please forgive me. And move on. I don't think this is an unforgivable offense. You know why? Because she asked to be returned home, that this didn't feel right, and he took her home. He didn't hold her against her will. Is there something wrong with me?
Well, first of all, yes, there is. But secondly, as La Rochefoucauld said, hypocrisy is the tribute that vice pays to virtue. So it's not the worst thing in the world to be a hypocrite. Yes, I agree he should make amends. But, part of making amends would be to step down from this race. Yes, he could have been worse.
You want to give up that Senate seat? Or what are they going to do? Early voting has already started. Ballots have already been printed. The election is less than a month away.
He could drop out.
I didn't.
Lisa Murkowski was written in as the senator from Alaska. Look,
312-642-5600 is our Turnkey Debt Pro answer line.
What you're such a bleeding heart. It's unbelievable.
Because these were different times, and she looked.
It's the 60s, as Harvey Weinstein said.
16.
Yeah, as Harvey Weinstein said, it was the 60s. In those days, we molested 14-year-olds. I understand.
No,
but the thing is that I get it. He could have been worse. He could have actually, not relented, and he actually stopped at that point. But it's pretty bad.
His wife is 14 years younger than him. His wife is in that wheelhouse. Same age as these ladies are now. But also, here's a part that the Washington Post got wrong. They talked about 3 other women.
Yes.
One was 14. She worked as Santa's helper in the Gadsden Mall when he first approached her, but she was 16. He waited until she was 16 to ask her out on a date. Her mother is so ecstatic and said, he's a great catch. Go on the date. Okay? Because it was legal. So they make him look like more of a scumbag by putting all these other women on. She was of legal age. She was of legal age. She was of legal age.
No, but there were certain
And they
things,
said he just kissed me, and that was it, and nothing inappropriate
Here's
happened.
the thing. Those things tend to buttress the story. They show it's in such detail. It shows what he did and what he didn't do. So it gives you a full picture. It fleshes it out. Now, is it true, all this stuff? Not necessarily. I want to hear his side, but so far I really haven't heard his side. Now, then you get the cranks. You get the cranks like saying that, did you know that the Washington Post reporter here wrote some bad checks? That's some of the that's some of the
now
stuff
they're reporting the report,
reporting on the reporters.
Yeah.
To that I say, Moses struck a rock in anger and was denied entry into the Promised Land. But we still kind of dig him.
Well, Alabama state auditor defends Roy Moore against these sexual allegations, invoking Mary and Joseph, saying there's an age discrepancy between Mary and Joseph when they had Jesus.
Let me tell you
I
something.
like my Jesus, this little baby Jesus.
Let me tell you about Mary. Right. Let me tell you about Mary and Joseph. Okay. First of all, back in those days, Mary probably didn't become physically mature until she was about 17 years old because they weren't as healthy as we are now. Joseph was probably an adult at 18. So yeah, he was an adult at 18, and she was a child of 17. That's different from nowadays when you got a 14-year-old and a 32-year-old. Even in Jerry Lee Lewis land, Alabama.
Jim Ziegler,
goodness gracious,
Alabama state auditor, said the allegations that a man in his early 30s dated teenage girls. Even the Washington Post report says that he never had sexual intercourse with any of these girls and never attempted sexual intercourse.
No, and it could have been worse. He could have been Louis C.K., right?
We'll
Sure.
get to him later. Here's Steve Bannon, who, by the way, was a big proponent of Roy Moore. He supported him. He was out on the campaign trail with him. Sarah Palin was there.
You know that Breitbart's online presence is diminishing rapidly?
Okay.
But go ahead.
Ancillary issue. Hello.
Absolutely.
Squirrel,
You caught
lamp,
me on that one.
carpet. Here's Steve Bannon last night responding to this.
But it's interesting. The Bezos, Amazon, Washington Post that dropped that dime on Donald Trump is the same Bezos, Amazon, Washington Post that dropped the dime this afternoon on Judge Roy Moore. Now, is that a coincidence? That's what I mean when I say opposition party.
I have the best idea ever. You ready? Jeff Sessions should step down as Attorney General and take his old Senate seat back. He'll be the write-in candidate. Boom. The Republicans will hold a majority in the Senate, and you're done. Drop mic, go home.
And then we
Bye.
could get a new attorney general who could actually take over the Russian collusion investigation and
Exactly.
fire Mueller. You're playing
You know
like
what?
ninth level chess. Ninth
I
level
am.
chess.
Don't.
It's
you're my little
amazing.
pawn. 312-642-5600 is our turnkey.pro answer line. Let's go to Greg in Schaumburg, who has been patiently waiting. Hold on, Greg. There we go. Greg, how are
Amy,
you?
thanks. Are you there?
Yep, we're here.
Amy? Okay, great. Amy, thanks for taking the call. Bruce, welcome. If you could give me 50 seconds of space, because I don't think I've ever been this angry before. I've read that article over by Ms. Crummins, Ms. Reinhart, and Ms. Kreitz. And at worst case, you could say, could David Axelrod behind this and putting payments in their pockets in order to get this story to the Washington Post? Don't put it past them. This is pure, it rhymes with rap, and it is just unpardonable. Why did any of this stuff come out in any of the cases that Judge Moore has been involved in or the election's been involved? Every single one of the claims, even though everybody is saying that this is well-researched and well-reported, is basically innuendo. And it's subject to only the slant.
Okay, your 50 seconds are up,
No,
Greg,
no,
and let me
no.
tell you
He's
something.
not done talking.
Your 50 seconds are up. Here's the problem, Greg.
They
you have
interviewed
the
30 people.
You have the testimony of the woman who claims that she was sexually assaulted. That is not innuendo. That is direct testimony. So you don't know the difference between innuendo and testimony.
But there's no.
Am I right, Greg, or
there's
am I
no
wrong?
Evidence. These is what
no,
she
that
said
is
against she said.
That is evidence. He said, she said is evidence.
Well,
what do you
she
think a
said something
courtroom
happened
does?
and he said something didn't.
First of all, excuse me, go ahead, Greg, but you don't know the difference between innuendo and testimony. Now go ahead. Go ahead. It's your dime, your dance floor.
Is there a court case on this thing? Is there a court case where there is everybody is sitting there saying that this man?
Can I ask you a question, Greg? Greg, do you believe that Juanita Broaddrick was raped by Bill Clinton? Greg, do you believe that Juanita Broaddrick was raped by Bill Clinton?
We're not relitigating that right now.
Do you?
But Bruce, don't commingle.
No, do you believe that? Because I want to know the standard of proof that you have, because you think we've got to go through a whole trial on this for her, for this case, but you don't think we need one for Juanita Broaddrick. I don't
Bruce,
either.
Be quiet for a second, please. Just be quiet
Shut
and
me
I'll
up.
go.
Okay. Go ahead.
There is a whole life at stake here. I am tired of people's lives being trashed over one thing. Even if it has any semblance of truth, I am just sick and tired of our political process and the Democrats grabbing hold of people and just trashing them. We have a breakdown if the Republicans have gathered and done what the Democrats have done. Forget the parties. We have just, it is sleazed. It is.
All right, Greg, I heard your point, and let me ask you this. Do you
thanks,
No,
Greg,
don't
for
go.
your
Don't leave, Greg. Greg, do you believe that we engage too much in the politics of personal destruction? If you believe that, then you're saying exactly what Bill Clinton said. Period. DS
No, I'm not. Oh, Bruce. Okay, Bruce.
Yes, you are, Greg. Now, you go ahead and you listen to what I just said here, and you think upon these things. Philippians 4:8.
I did. Bruce, I did. This is different.
No, it's not different. It's the same thing, and you have a double standard.
Bruce, if I say you did something X that is deplorable as seen 30 years later or even seen 30 minutes ago, and I accuse you of it, and I get a bunch of people saying, yeah, this really happened, and then somebody grabs it and puts it on the news, is a lot of people going to think less than Bruce Wolf, and might, after the election, this just disappear as it happens so many other times? Absolutely.
Well,
I rest my case.
Yep.
Bye.
No, Greg, and you know what, Greg, I agree with you because I've been there. when people alleged and made me look like some
So
too
have I.
big whore.
We both have been fired
Bruce,
from
this
TV
isn't about
jobs.
You, Bruce.
It's
This
not
isn't
about you either.
Yes, it is. I was an appearance of impropriety. They made me look like
So
a
was
whore,
I.
like I was having an affair with somebody and
So
brought
was
my
I.
kids. Bruce, what the hell are you talking about?
I was fired by Fox 32 for and
Yeah,
something,
yeah, okay,
and
right.
it was the same kind of thing. It wasn't because I was wearing a bikini.
But
at
mine
Craig
involved
Stepek's
around
house.
sexual innuendos, which was bull jive, and that's why I'm defending Roy Moore, because you have he said, she said situation, and there's no proof of what she's
There
talking
is
about.
evidence.
There's
of
no
it.
evidence. What, did she save her panties, Bruce, or her bra?
No,
Are
it's
we doing
it's her
DNA swabs
testimony.
on her
Should we believe you just because of what
undergarment?
you said?
Well, yeah, because it's true.
Okay, exactly.
Because
I
know.
rest my case.
Let's quickly go to Rick in Valparaiso. Rick, you're on AM 560, The Answer.
Good morning. I listen to the show every morning going to work, and
Thank you.
Occasionally you guys rile me up, but this morning it's getting ridiculous. You sound more like the progressive radio station from Chicago, the liberal station, than you do a conservative. Or
I'm
a
defending Roy Moore. I would
No,
hardly
he's talking
classify-
about me. He's talking about me. Take me on. Take me on, buddy.
Let
Hey,
him
buddy.
talk. Let him
Take
talk.
me on. Go ahead. We just hung up on me.
Listen to podcast of Dan and Amy from the AM 560 mobile app. Download it today at 560theanswer.com/mobile.
Coming up, more of your phone calls, 312-642-5600. Everybody take a collective deep breath because we have more to discuss about more. Get it? First, here's your forecast. It's snowing outside.
The guy hung up on me. I mean, of course, why does baloney reject the grinder? Today, snow showers likely, mainly before 10 a.m., mostly cloudy, then gradually becoming sunny with a high near 32. Increasing clouds overnight with a low around 26. Saturday, mostly cloudy with a high near 40. A 50% chance of rain overnight, mainly after midnight. Cloudy with a low around 37. Sunday, mostly cloudy with a high near 42. Partly cloudy overnight with a low around 35. Monday, mostly sunny with a high near 44. Partly cloudy with a low around 37. That's a check of the weather, I guess. And now let's go to the traffic with Jim Telemonte.
Thank you, Bruce and Amy. Good morning. It's been slick roads with those flurries. Crash to the north side, Sheridan and Granville, and at Hanover Park, 4-car crash, Lake Street at Greenbrook. No delays to report yet on the Edens. Kennedy a little heavy out of the River Road toll. The Eisenhower got a 2-minute delay, 25th Avenue to Des Plaines Avenue. Outbound still okay. Down Stevenson, still Harlem to Cicero, 43 minutes, 355 to Lakeshore Drive. Outbound 40, got a crash near Cicero on the left shoulder. Ryan is 23 minutes, 95th to downtown. I-57, 18 minutes, I-80 to Converge, Fishy 422. I'm Jim Talamonte in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center.
Birthdays, weddings, graduations never end. Don't stress about giving the perfect gift. Never go to a party empty-handed when ChicagoRadioDeals.com is just a click away. You can purchase and print a gift certificate the same day. Give a $100 gift certificate to Zembar Jewelers in New Lenox. Here's the deal. You pay only $50 to buy the $100 gift certificate. Most deals on ChicagoRadioDeals.com are half the retail price. Give the gift of dance with private and group lessons from Fred Astaire Dance Studio in Burr Ridge, or the gift of music in the form of a drum kit, guitar, or digital piano from Midlothian Music. Visit ChicagoRadioDeals.com today for instant gifts you need to give this weekend. Dinners, tickets to live music and comedy, Lake Michigan cruises, bed and breakfast overnight stays in Milwaukee and Door County, spa treatments, and more. Find them all at ChicagoRadioDeals.com.
Do you have sleep apnea? Are you tired of dragging your big, bulky CPAP device with you whenever you leave home? Yeah, well, I was too. That's why I'm so glad I called to try the Transcend Mini CPAP for 10 nights. I can't imagine living without it now. My Transcend is smaller than a soda can and weighs less than a pound. That's less hassle to carry than my shaving kit. Plus, I was able to add a battery pack that's as tiny as a deck of cards. But hey, that's not all. Transcend is FAA compliant, too, which means I can finally sleep comfortably while flying. Heck, I can sleep comfortably anywhere now. So if that all sounds good to you, call now to give Transcend a try. You'll be glad you did.
Experience the life-changing freedom to sleep comfortably anywhere thanks to Transcend, the world's very first mini CPAP. To receive your risk-free 10-night trial, call now. 1-800-400-8168. Again, that's 1-800-400-8168. 1-800-400-8168.
Our freedom and security are made possible through the service and sacrifice of our military and first responders. The Gary Sinise Foundation provides many outreach programs supporting these brave men and women. Join us. Donate at GarySiniseFoundation.org.
Message and data rates may apply.
Sick of hair loss, thinning hair, bald spots? Ever thought about hair restoration? It's a life-changing decision. Thankfully, the first step is incredibly easy and absolutely free because Bosley, America's #1 hair restoration expert, is giving away an absolutely free information kit that reveals just how easy and affordable their permanent solution to hair loss really is. Get yours by texting WOW to 85850. You'll see for free just how great your hair could look. Plus, we'll also give you a free gift card when you text WOW to 85850. Join the men and women all over the country who have come to Bosley, the world's most experienced hair restoration expert, for their permanent solution to hair loss. If you've ever thought about getting your hair back, don't miss this incredible offer. We're giving away an invaluable information kit absolutely free, plus a gift card for $250 off to everyone who texts WOW to 85850. That's WOW to 85850.
Here at HealthQuest, our high standard of healthcare doesn't come from a sickness care perspective, and neither should yours. And if you're not as healthy as you should be and you're sick and tired of those health challenges, please call us. As we say here at HealthQuest, don't just stand there, do something. Do something good for yourself. Just this one time. This is Dr. David Kobaba. If you're like me and my wonderful HealthQuest staff, well, we know how much you love helping others in this challenging world of ours. Now, if you could raise your level of health and wellness, well then you could be of greater service to those you know and love. What a great perspective, but you've got to put this intention into action. So just don't stand there. Do something. Call our HealthQuest radio hotline right now, 1-800-794-1855. Do it now for yourself and a better future with higher health. 1-800-794-1855.
It's time for Schrank's Smoking Gun November AR sale. Save with 10% off all in-stock new and used AR-type rifles, AR receivers, accessories, and ammo. That includes LWRC, Smith & Wesson, Civilian Force Arms, Colt, and more. Schrank's will sweeten the deal with 2 free 20-round Magpul mags when you purchase any 5.56 rifle through Black Friday. Whether you buy out of the box or build your own, Schrank's can set you up. Not sure? Well, Schrank's expert staff helps you find the best options. With the largest selection of new use and consignment firearms in Lake County, you'll avoid the Cook County firearm and ammo tax with just a short drive north. For gunsmithing, you can count on family-owned Schrank's for over half a century. And, of course, cigar lovers, stock up from Schrank's humidors. Don't miss Schrank's November AR sale. Visit SmokeTheletterNgun.org for Black Friday deals or call 847-662-4034. Schrank's Smoking Gun in Waukegan, your family-owned gun store since 1964.
Message and data rates may apply. Please don't text while driving.
For the very best in promotional products for your business.
For the latest promotional trends.
For attracting customers to your logo like a magnet.
For on-time delivery of high-quality items with your logo.
For personal service.
For Imprint, the nation's leading team to unleash your logo on your choice of thousands of promotional items. And right now, you can get a coupon for 10% off your next promotional order at 4Imprint by texting the word PRO to 88988.
For empowering your logo at your next trade show.
For making a lasting impression.
For rewarding employees.
For free art assistance.
For making your logo shine.
The experts at 4Imprint are ready to help.
For thousands of promotional items.
For popular brands.
For exclusive items.
For your 100% satisfaction.
4Imprint.
For a 10% off coupon for your next promotional order, text PRO to 88988. That's a 10% off coupon for your next promotional order by texting PRO to 88988.
Hiring is important, but finding the right people can be a real challenge. That's why ZipRecruiter is obsessed with finding you qualified candidates fast. ZipRecruiter finds candidates with the right experience and notifies them to apply for your job. No wonder 80% of employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within just one day. The right candidates are out there. This is how you find them. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
To try ZipRecruiter for free, just go to ZipRecruiter.com/talkradio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/talkradio.
One size fits all has no place in your bedroom. Hi, I'm Christian von Rickenbach, founder of Helix Sleep, and we know one mattress can't work for everyone. That's why we created the only mattress built for you. Go to helixsleep.com, take our 2-minute sleep quiz, and we'll build your custom mattress and ship it to you for free. Try it for 100 nights, and if it's not the best sleep you've ever had, we'll pick it up and give you your money back. Go to helixsleep.com/talkradio right now, and we'll give you $50 towards your custom mattress. That's helixsleep.com/talkradio.
In the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center, I'm Jim Talamonte. We have big delays on the Stevenson Expressway with an outbound crash before Cicero. It's on the left shoulder. 40 minutes from Lakeshore Drive to 355. Inbound 53 minutes. Delays from Harlem to past Cicero. Edens is okay. The Kennedy 22 minutes. O'Hare to downtown. Outbound 22 as well. A little heavy on westbound 190 approaching the Tri-State. Eisenhower 33 minutes from 390 to downtown. Outbound 30. Ryan, 25 minutes, 95th to downtown. I-57, 18 minutes. I-80 to the merge. Bishop 422. Northbound Tri-State. Got a jam. 75th to the Stevenson. The car fire in the right lane. Farther north, it's heavy Lake Hook to Deerfield Road. The vehicle fire in the right lane. Traffic. Service of Napa Auto Parts. This month at participating Napa Auto Parts stores, you'll get $10 off if you buy a set of Napa Exact Fit wiper blades. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how. While supplies last. Offer expires 12/31/17. Now your forecast. Here's meteorologist Kevin Snyder.
After an early flurry, clouds and sun continue throughout the day, high 33. Some clouds for tonight with a low 26, then cloudy skies tomorrow, high 39. Bit of rain at night, low 34. A little rain for Sunday, high 40. I'm Kevin Snyder on AM 560, The Answer.
Right now, 18 degrees at O'Hare. AM 560 news time is 5:58. And over 200 snowplows are deployed in Chicago this morning as the city gets its first snowfall of the season. Right now, we're just seeing some flurries in the area. A search is underway to find a 14-year-old boy who went missing in Chicago's Albany Park neighborhood over 3 months ago. Calvin Howell was last seen July 25th near Lawrence and Kimball. A Joliet man is accused of killing a woman with his vehicle last week in southwest suburban Bolingbrook. Police say Eduardo Avila Jr. was driving late Saturday night when he hit Tricia Hoyt on Frontage Road near Lawton. A warrant has been issued for Avila's arrest. The Chicago Blackhawks have officially opened the team's new West Side practice rink. Hawks owner Rocky Wirtz says the $70 million facility will have 2 rinks where young people can learn about the game.
Where we're standing on today is going to be where the Blackhawks practice, but we'll only practice 5% of the time. The other 95% of the time will be for the community, both on this rink and the one we'll see next door.
The Hawks lost last night at Philadelphia 3-1. News is a service of Walgreens. With little help from Walgreens, diabetes won't slow you down. With caring pharmacists, medications you rely on, and testing supplies from all the major brands, where is it convenient and where do I matter? At Walgreens, at the corner of happy and healthy. Coming up, we'll have more of Chicago's Morning Answer on this cold Friday morning. WIND Chicago News Time, 6 o'clock.
He says the U.S. won't be taken advantage of anymore. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
I am always going to put America first.
President Trump at an economic summit in Vietnam.
We cannot achieve open markets if we do not ensure fair market access.
The president told Asian leaders he is open to one-on-one trade deals that are fair and reciprocal. The White House says there will not be a meeting between President Trump and Russian President Putin at this summit. They could have an informal encounter either in Vietnam or the Philippines. Republicans in the House and Senate are moving ahead with tax reform they claim will help the middle class and boost the economy.
The House Republican tax plan made it out of the Ways and Means Committee. Chairman Kevin Brady said it's a big step towards sending a bill to the White House.
We look forward to sending this bill to the House and ultimately to the President's desk this year.
The House bill will have to be reconciled with the Senate version, unveiled yesterday. There are some key differences. The Senate plan totally scraps state and local tax deductions, while the House would keep some. That could set up a showdown with Republican lawmakers from big tax states like New York and California. In Washington, Rachel Sutherland, Fox News.
Democrats remain united against the GOP tax plan, saying some Americans will get a tax hike, and Senator Ron Wyden adds,
the companies are saying that if they get this big tax break,
they aren't going to put it into jobs. They're going to help their stockholders.
A month before a special Senate election in Alabama, Republican candidate Roy Moore is facing sexual misconduct allegations from decades ago. One accuser was 14, claiming it happened in 1979.
Now, Judge Moore is emphatically denying the allegations, calling them false and desperate, taking to Twitter saying that this is a coordinated effort by his political enemies in the liberal media and that he is in a, quote, spiritual battle with those who want to silence his message.
That's Fox's Griff Jenkins. Fox News, fair and balanced.
On AM 560, The Answer, your opinion counts. And we want to know how you feel about the news stories we're talking about each and every day. Make sure to vote in the M13 Graphics Opinion Express poll at 560theanswer.com. Listen for today's poll question at 10:30 a.m., 12:30 p.m., and 3:30 p.m. and hear the results each evening at 5:30. It's the M13 Graphics Opinion Express poll on 560theanswer.com.
All money managers may seem pretty much the same. But while some money managers may recommend high commission investment products, Fisher Investments avoids them. Some money managers may have hidden and layered fees. Fisher Investments never does. And while some money managers are happy to earn commissions from you, whether you do well or not, Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when you do better. In other words, we're structured to be on your side. Maybe that's why most of our clients come to us from other money managers. Talk with us and find out why so many experienced investors are switching to and staying with Fisher Investments. Fisher Investments, clearly better money management. Investments in securities involve the risk of loss. Visit us at FisherInvestments.com to find out what we can do for you.
This hourly segment is brought to you by Mortgage Makeovers, a show walking you through stress-free mortgage options. Mortgage Makeovers, Sunday afternoons at 1 on AM 560 The Answer.
This is Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson on AM 560 The Answer.
The question is, what should Roy Moore do now? He's the U.S. candidate for the Senate seat in Alabama. And as you've been hearing, unless you've been living under a rock, he's under fire this morning for something that happened almost 40 years ago involving a then 14-year-old girl who he met outside of a courthouse in Alabama. And he apparently befriended her mother, eventually took the 14-year-old girl back to his home in the woods. He was 32 at the time. Age of consent in Alabama was 16 years old. Yeah. Now, the Washington Post dropped this bomb
Hi, I'm
yesterday.
Bruce Wolf, by the way, sitting in for Dan Proft.
Hi,
Good morning.
Bruce. How are you?
How are you?
Sorry, I forgot about it.
No problem.
Enough about you. What do you think of you?
Sure.
Steve Bannon is defending Roy Moore, who he also campaigned with during the special election. Sarah Palin campaigned with him. President Trump did not. He supported Luther Strange, his opponent. Roy Moore up by 11% on his Democratic challenger. Ballots have already been printed. Absentee ballots already sent out and some returned. Here's Steve Bannon.
But it's interesting. The Bezos, Amazon, Washington Post that dropped that dime on Donald Trump is the same Bezos, Amazon, Washington Post that dropped the dime this afternoon on Judge Roy Moore. Now, is that a coincidence? That's what I mean when I say opposition party.
So he was 32 years old. He was single. He was an assistant district attorney, and he liked younger girls. He liked 14-year-old Leah Korfman. He tried to, and he has gone out on dates with 3 other women at the time who were of age, 16 to 18, and the Washington Post found them all. All of their mothers said he would be a great catch, and they were very giddy that he would make a great husband.
Are we going to do, and I say this with caution right now, because I don't know if it's in good taste, and I don't want to get fired from a job that I don't have, and you really can't afford to get fired again. You're okay?
I'm willing to go out on a limb.
Because you, fine.
All right,
Are we going to do the mighty Amy and Bruce Art Players version of
of the
Roy Moore confrontation or
it's
moment with 14-year-old.
We bring you a very special AM 560, The Answer. Bruce Wolf, Roy Moore, Amy Jacobson, Leah Korfman.
Now, we should set this up from the Washington Post story, right? So it was early 1979, and Moore was a 32-year-old assistant district attorney. He struck up a conversation, Korfman and her mother say, in the courthouse where the mother was there for a custody hearing.
The mother was sitting on a wooden bench with her then daughter.
And he offered to watch the girl while her mother went inside for a child custody hearing. He said, "Oh, you don't want her to go in there and hear all that. I'll stay out with her."
Mom, can I stay, please? I'm really fixing to stay.
Why, you're a fine young lass of, what, you must be 32, 33 years old. I really cannot judge age all that well, even though you're knee-high to a polecat right now.
Mr. Moore, I's be fixing to be 14 years old right now.
I's be fixing? You don't sound like you're too cultivated. Sound a little white trashy to me, but, you're okay for me. Yes.
Mr. Moore, I'm 14 years old. I'm a freshman in high school.
Why don't we just go over to my house right now?
Oh, shucks, Mr. Moore. I don't know. I'm going to have to ask my mama when she gets out of court.
Well, you don't really, no, you really have to ask her right now. You give me your telephone number, I'll give you a call. Ring, ring, ring. Hello?
Hi.
Hi, this is Roy Moore, Assistant District Attorney. Would you like to come over to my house and I can explain what statutory rape is?
I'd love, Mr. Moore. I'll meet you around the corner from my house so my mom won't be fixing to find out where I was going. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Should we do any more of this?
We could do
I don't think
a
so.
second scene from the cabin. Hi, Mr. Moore. Why do you want me to go take off my clothes?
Dan and I once did 50 Shades of Grey, the Mighty Bruce and Dan players. He read it in the most monotonic way, 50 Shades of Grey.
You guys read 50 Shades of Grey?
On the radio.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to have to take your man card. But then they went back to the wooded, his house in the woods, and she said that he took off her shirt and her pants, left her and touched her over her bra and her underwear. Then he took her hand and let it over his genitals and his underwear. But then I wanted it over. I wanted out. And I said, please, can we just get this over? Whatever this is, just get it over. And she asked Mr. Moore to take her home, and he did. And then
because I'm a Southern gentleman. That's a joke, son. Wait, I shouldn't really go into Foghorn Leghorn.
His current wife is 14 years younger than him. They've been married for 35 years because Moore fell in love with one of those younger women. This happened between 1979 and 1981, and that's when he met his current wife, Kayla. They have a wonderful marriage. They have children and grandchildren.
Could I present a defense for Roy Moore right now? Just came into my head. So he has now lived in holy matrimony for 35 years, and he's been a good husband. He has really paid his dues. It's almost like Bo Bergdahl, who was was imprisoned by his captors.
Have you ever heard of a stretch? Yes.
And that was enough punishment. If we can show clemency for Bo Bergdahl, ladies and gentlemen of the jury in the American Court of Public Opinion, can we not show clemency for Roy Moore?
He's clean as a hound's tooth, says Alabama State Auditor Jim Ziegler. Well, no, he spoke up. He defended Roy Moore and said this is much ado about nothing. He never had sexual intercourse with any of these girls and never attempted sexual intercourse.
But he touched her.
Well, he compared it to he quoted the Bible. He said, take Joseph and Mary. Mary was a teenager and Joseph was an adult carpenter. They became parents of Jesus.
Mary was 17 and Joseph was 18.
There's just nothing immoral or illegal here, Ziegler concluded. Maybe just a little bit unusual for those of us who don't live in the South. Now, again, the age of consent, I don't know why I'd be talking like this. The age of consent is 16. It was 16 back then. It still is 16.
Even in Alabama, where you're supposed to live a Jerry Lee Lewis type of life, what he did was punishable by up to 10 years in prison. That's Alabama law.
312-642-5600. Let's go to Philip, who joins us from Blue Island. Good morning, Philip.
Good morning. But if that Christian story is to be accounted accurately, Joseph actually didn't have sex with Mary, but God did. So
that's right. All right, thanks, Philip.
That's just something to say. But anyway, Amy, if you had a 14-year-old, would you want some 30-year-old, 30-something-year-old coming to pick up your daughter and take her, or would you give your daughter over to a 32-year-old? Or is this something that just happens in Alabama, which everything kind of goes in Alabama, especially when you talk about racism and sexism, and now everybody's coming out. And then Bannon, you really want support for Bannon, for somebody who did the whole birther thing with their whole Breitbart newspaper. So if Republicans have sunk this low to now denigrate even white women and the accounts of sexual assault, it's just a sad state of affairs that this is how far we have fallen under a Trump administration.
Philip,
and Alabama is going to vote for him. They're going to elect him, and it's not going to surprise me at all.
Right. Well, Philip, this was 40 years ago. These were different times back then. And
that's
the other
the Harvey
women,
Weinstein defense.
Well, no, the other women that were 16, 18 years, their parents were giddy, and their moms were like, "Oh, he's a great catch. Go out with him."
So you're saying a 14-year-old should have gone out with him and gone into his
I don't know
house.
if I believe her story, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know if she's getting paid secretly by the Democratic Party. I mean,
You're
could be
assuming
a pawn.
facts, not in evidence. You've got to show that.
His
Well,
wife
she's
is
got to show
14
me.
years younger.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yep, she is, and he met her around the same time. This was in his wheelhouse.
Already evidence that he has an eye for younger girls. So this is very suspect. That is very possible that this thing did happen.
Philip,
thanks,
girls.
Philip.
Well, hold on, Amy. The story. Correct me if I'm wrong. They're in the courthouse. The mother is in there for a child custody hearing.
Yeah, she's getting
a
divorced.
child. That the child is out there. She's 14 years old. That's what we're talking about. A little bit of irony there that she is worried about the custody, the care, the health, safety, and welfare of her child, and trusting
Maybe she
all
wants
that.
her to marry off into a
Then what is
man
she-
who's wealthy.
What is she even going
Thanks, Philip.
into the courthouse for?
Let's go.
She just may as well hand over her daughter to the assistant district attorney.
Patty, who joins us from Skokie. Good morning, Patty.
Good morning. Great to hear you again, Wolf.
Thank you, Patty.
You asked, what should Roy Moore do now? I say Roy Moore will know exactly how to handle these lies. And the fact that you're talking about bras and panties and touching is exactly why they created this lie, so that we hear these words associated with his name. This was not 40 years ago. They want us to believe it took place 40 years ago.
And why don't you believe this story, Patty? Tell me why you don't believe it.
Okay. Thank you for asking.
Yes.
I'm talking fast because I know you guys are timing me.
That's okay.
I'm going to bring the spotlight back to Jack Ryan when he was attacked by B. Hussein O. With the same communist recipe, the vermin are helping take down Roy Moore.
All right, but here's the problem,
right now.
Patty. What they actually attacked Jack
Ryan had
with.
sex with his wife. Oh, my gosh.
Right.
Wow.
They attacked Jack Ryan with the truth. Wait, hold on a second, Patty. It was the truth.
Okay.
The problem is that, so what? He wound up having sex with his own wife. That was what they attacked Jack Ryan with, and poor Dan Proft had to get Alan Keyes to run for Senate after that, because they couldn't even find a candidate after that. So, Patty, this is not a good argument on your part, because you're saying that Roy Moore is being
the bottom line is
convicted by
politics are
lies,
dirty.
but you're comparing that to Jack Ryan. It was the truth about Jack Ryan. Is this the truth about Roy Moore?
Hell no, it's not the truth about Roy Moore.
How do you know that?
Because we know how these commie Democrats behave.
All right, you're begging the question here. Look, Patty, I voted for Trump, okay? All right?
Yep.
I'm not a purist. Roy Moore, I could almost stomach, but now the aggregate with everything, it's kind of difficult. Look, look, there is testimony here from this girl, and he has not sufficiently countered
It's an
it.
interview with the Washington Post. That is not testimony.
In the court of public opinion, it is.
This is not a sworn affidavit that she signed. My God, get it together.
Patty, can I ask you a question?
No,
Do
we're
you
not. We're going
All
to
right.
Jim in South
I
Elgin.
can't.
Good
I'm not
morning,
allowed.
Jim. How are you? Jim?
You guys talking to me?
Yeah, we're talking to you. What's up?
Look, this accusation is the hardest to defend yourself from. You got to admit that.
Yeah.
Oh, this
Yes.
happened 40 years ago. Okay? Anybody can say anything they want that happened 40 years ago. And besides, how do you know this woman's telling the truth? How do you know?
Because of the details.
All right, let me
What
tell you.
happened to innocent until proven guilty?
Let me ask you this.
No,
Jim.
let me
What
tell you
happened to
about
that?
her. She's been divorced 3 times. She's 53 years old right now. She works as a customer service representative at a payday loan business. She's voted Republican in the past 3 presidential elections,
why didn't
including
you
for
tell
Donald
me?
Trump.
Why didn't you tell me
said
she works for a
thought-
payday loan business? Those
she-
are liars.
She
of course.
said she thought of confronting Moore personally for years and almost came forward publicly during his first campaign for state Supreme Court in 2000, but declined against it. She was actually in the parking lot ready to confront him, but she had 2 children who were still in school, and she worried about how it would affect them.
Can I ask Jim
She
a
also was
question?
concerned that her background,
Jim-
because of her background. I'm still talking.
Why?
And that,
It's your
it
show.
might
Why should you
undermine her
talk?
credibility. So she was, they dug through her past. I mean, she was arrested on a boat once, public. I mean, it just goes on and on.
What's her horoscope? Look, Jim, here's the question. Do you believe that Juanita Broaddrick was raped by Bill Clinton?
Oh, my God. Who cares?
Do
There's
you?
no evidence of that.
Oh, well, do you believe it, Jim? Do you believe that Juanita Broaddrick was raped by Bill Clinton?
With as much as she has come out and said, yeah, I do.
Okay.
And with Bill Clinton, I mean, come on.
Okay,
That's
fine.
a pretty poor example.
No, it's a very good example. There was no trial in that case.
not.
There was no trial. There's no trial in this case. So
Look at
you have
all the other
convicted.
women.
I'm sorry. And look at the pattern with Roy Moore. This is what he did. Did he rape anybody? No. He fondled a 14-year-old, and he was 18 years older than she was. And there's a pattern here of him with younger women.
He liked younger women. That was his will. Some people like tall Swedes. Some people like short Hispanic girls. I mean, it's just
Some
what
people
that
like
is his
children.
thing.
Right. And, Humbert liked 11-year-old nymphettes. So, Jim,
Just answer that.
What's the
what
question?
happened to innocent until proven guilty?
exactly. So why are you convicting Bill
And the
Clinton
statute
when
of
he was
limitations
never...
is
Make
up.
him guilty in the public opinion.
Jim,
You're not even.
Bill
How
Clinton
do
was
you
never
know that these
convicted
are
in a
accurate
court.
facts?
I'm sorry?
He was impeached.
Not on this.
He was impeached for lying during a deposition because it was about Monica
He was
Lewinsky.
lying before a federal grand jury.
Yeah, I know, because about Monica Lewinsky.
That doesn't mean he raped Juanita Broaddrick.
They're two,
Right, of course.
Let's
they're
go
two
to Dan,
separate
who's in Itasca. Good morning, Dan.
Good morning, and please let me talk.
Yes,
First of all,
Bruce.
I followed the Alabama race very closely. There's this site called Predicted where you bet on political races. I just bet like $1,700 yesterday that Moore would still be elected. Now, last night I listened to Mark Levin. He's a brilliant guy, and he parsed this story for quite some time. And as you said today, Bannon already pointed out that WAPO was the same people that put out the dirt on the 11 women of Trump last year at this time. That, and now it's crickets with these 11 women. But what he pointed out was this story has never come out in 38 years. And in reading WAPO's story, he pointed out that WAPO said their source was their reporter happened to overhear some people talking down in Alabama on one of the campaigns about these allegations against Roy Moore. And Levin was saying that's pretty ridiculous. What they're doing in writing that, they were basically fed this information by somebody. And Levin even speculated that it could have come from, well, it obviously came from Oppo Research, but it even could have come from McConnell's camp because he dropped $32 million trying to defeat Roy Moore against Roy Moore's $2 million spent on that campaign. The Republicans, the rhinos, do not want
All right. Dan,
Roy
Dan,
Moore.
you've spoken for 2 minutes now. Can I ask you a question here, Dan? Do you believe the Juanita Broaddrick?
Oh my God! Seriously, Bruce, I'm banning you from asking that question. I will turn your mic off.
All right. You know what, Dan? If
stop.
that's all that.
Stop. He's asking a question about how the Washington Post got this information, and I have an answer. Okay, you ready for the answer?
Let me finish one last sentence. The WAPO story also said none of these women knew each other.
So what? That shows that it's more true.
All of the women said that they were contacted. None of them came forth on their own. All of the women said they were contacted.
And so what?
Right, okay, here's the thing, Dan. All right, Bruce, Dan, everybody shut up for a second, please. These reporters, there is one reporter, Stephanie McRunman. She was down there, and she called in help with Beth and Elise, and they stayed there for a month. And they went, I heard Stephanie on the air last night on CNN. They went to these women's houses. They divided and conquered. They approached them 4 times. Then after they got their story, they sat back down again with Lee Korfman and then her mother, and then called her friends in Los Angeles to say, is this what really happened back in 1979? So that was their research that they did. That's not to say that any of these are Democratic plants that got paid off by the Democratic Party to besmirch the reputation of Roy Moore. I mean, think about his political past. His whole life has been in politics. He won the special election, and now it's coming out, now a month before the general election. Or
yeah, because
the special election.
Because somebody
He's
finally,
11 points
somebody finally did some research on this and actually ferreted it out the story,
but all
and
of
they've got the
women
interviews.
Said no, they denied. They're like, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk.
Because you don't want to talk. Therefore, it didn't happen. Is that the case? Because you don't want to talk?
Is
That's
this all
not
Harvey Weinstein's fault? Weinstein's fault? Because now everybody's coming forward with their stories.
I can
of
understand
sexual abuse
Dan
and
because he's
sexual
got a
harassment.
Dan has no credibility because he's got a vested interest. He's got a bet. He's got a bet on the election.
A $1,700 bet on the election. Wow.
There's only one radio show in Chicago talking about today's biggest stories and telling you what they really mean. That show is this one, Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
Snow, cold weather, a wind chill today of 10 degrees. Ouch. How does the weekend look, Bruce? And when will the snow stop?
Well, the snow comes from Mark Levin, that's for sure. Okay. Today, snow showers likely, mainly before 10 a.m., mostly cloudy, then gradually becoming sunny with a high near 32, increasing clouds overnight with a low around 26. Saturday, mostly cloudy with a high near 40, a 50% chance of rain overnight, mainly after midnight. Cloudy with a low around 37. Sunday, mostly cloudy with a high near 42. Partly cloudy overnight with a low around 35. And Monday, mostly sunny with a high near 44. Partly cloudy with a low around 37. Now for a check of traffic, here's Jim Telemonte.
Thanks, Bruce and Amy. Northbound Tri-State, stop and go 95th to the Stevenson Expressway. There's a car fire blocking the right lane. Eden's inbound, 21 minutes. Lake Cook to the junction, outbound 19. Kennedy, 28 minutes. O'Hare to downtown, outbound 25. The Eisenhower has delays, 25th to Harlem. And then from Ashland to the Circle, it's 40 minutes, 390 to downtown, outbound 48. Stall at Manheim in the left lane. Stevenson, 48 minutes, 355 to the drive, outbound 38. Ryan, 25 minutes, 95th to downtown. Got a crash at the Stevenson in the left lane. Outbound, it's cleared up after road work. I-57, 18 minutes. I-80 to the merge. Bishop Ford, 19. Northwest Indiana's fine. I'm Jim Talamonte in the Alarm Detection System Traffic Center.
There's nothing like it. The smell of a tailgate. The chill in the air. The roar of the crowd. The only thing better than game day with your favorite team is when it all ends with a win. Touchdown NIU. Hear it all right here on the Husky Sports Network.
It's the Huskies and the Western Michigan Broncos this Wednesday night at 6, right here on your home for NIU football. AM 560, The Answer.
The same banking team you already know and trust at the Private Bank has come together with one of the strongest banks in North America. And we have a new name. The Private Bank is now CIBC. We share the same focus on building strong client relationships, and we're now backed by a bank with over 150 years of experience in putting clients first. Our name may have changed, but our commitment to helping your business grow is now stronger than ever. Visit us at CIBC.com/US. Member FDIC.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
I have a $1,200 knee brace because I have bone on bone in my left knee, and I have a torn cartilage in my right knee. And since I've been taking Balance of Nature, I don't wear my brace, and I can walk without pain. It's I had these copper things I used to put on my knees. I don't use those either. I don't use anything. I think it's just wonderful.
What are you waiting for?
Good health is only a phone call away. Don't miss your opportunity to get a free month's supply of Balance of Nature. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Call 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com.
Use promo code Chicago. That's promo code Chicago. Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies. Order today.
It's time for Schrank's Smoking Gun November AR sale. Save with 10% off all in-stock new and used AR-type rifles, AR receivers, accessories, and ammo. That includes LWRC, Smith & Wesson, Civilian Force Arms, Colt, and more. Schrank's will sweeten the deal with 2 free 20-round Magpul mags when you purchase any 5.56 rifle through Black Friday. Whether you buy out of the box or build your own, Schrank's can set you up. Not sure? Well, Schrank's expert staff helps you find the best options. With the largest selection of new use and consignment firearms in Lake County, you'll avoid the Cook County firearm and ammo tax with just a short drive north. For gunsmithing, you can count on family-owned Schrank's for over half a century. And, of course, cigar lovers, stock up from Schrank's humidors. Don't miss Schrank's November AR sale. Visit smoketheletterngun.org for Black Friday deals or call 847-662-4034. Schrank's Smoking Gun in Waukegan, your family-owned gun store since 1964.
The war on depression is over.
You win.
Depression, with all the drugs and side effects, the endless counseling, the frustration with life and relationships.
The war is over. You win.
In a few short weeks, your life will change.
It's TMS therapy.
Over 1 million people have been treated, and the results are nothing short of outstanding. It's FDA cleared. It's covered by most insurance, including Blue Cross Blue Shield and Medicare.
Most drugs and other treatments just mask the depression.
TMS treats the cause, so you can win the war with your depression. Remission or cure.
Depression gone.
Get a free consultation at one of the HPR centers in Chicagoland and Wisconsin. Ask questions.
For you or someone you love, safe, revolutionary, effective treatment for depression.
Let depression recovery begin. HPR centers.
800-604-0208. 800-604-0208.
Go to endmydepression.com.
AM 560, The Answer.
Our text line, too, is just exploding. I love this one. Testimony, Bruce. An article in a left-wing rag is testimony. That's I agree with that, texter. Let's quickly go to Verlin, our good friend who joins us from the South Side. And I mean quickly as in quickly. Hello, Verlin. How are you?
Oh, hey, how's it going? Bruce, I'm going to answer your gotcha question right off the bat. Yeah, Bill Clinton raped Juanita Broadwick because he settled out of court. That makes you guilty. Now, number two, I don't respect none of these people that wait 30 years to try to bring people down. I give you Kevin Spacey. I give you Weinstein. I give you Bill Cosby. But this is too convenient. They waited for this man to win the nomination, for them to try to take him down. That she being Gloria Allred, she makes a career out of this. This is all bogus against a conservative. Now what you got to say, Bruce?
Hi, Verlin. How are you? It's nice to talk to you. Love your show.
I love Verlin.
I'll hang up and wait for your answer, which you already gave me.
No,
I will
great.
adopt
It's
and
true.
incorporate by reference everything I've already said.
I always say timing is everything, and the fact that they chose, a month before the election, he's ahead by 11 points against his Democratic challenger. And now they come out with this story?
Well, but
because these reporters, these female reporters from this left-wing rag, yes.
So you don't believe female reporters?
Them.
I never trusted you when you did a story.
They were hounding them to tell their story.
Look,
and I'm sure they probably got paid.
Look, the story.
You don't get paid. Listen, I'm talking. You don't get paid for the interview. You get paid for the photos. That's how it works. Like ethnically, that's ethnically. Ethically, that's how you can do it. So I'm sure there was some cash exchange. And right now, an interview, a sit-down interview with Leah Horfman would get somebody, would get them tens of thousands of dollars.
I am assuming
if somebody sat down with her and her mother, they would pay them an exorbitant amount of money.
You are assuming facts, not in evidence, right here.
That's the only way Roy Moore is going to be brought down is if she sits in front of a TV camera. And I'm telling you right now, and if she doesn't, if she shuts her mouth and doesn't do any on-air interviews, he has a chance of staying.
You may be right.
Coming up next, we're going to take a break and talk about cats. But first, let's go into the newsroom. Dave Stewart is in. No, I'm sorry. Jim Telemonte is in for Dave Stewart, who's in for Mike Scott.
That's right, Amy. Good morning. Morning, Bruce. We're hoping Mike will be back on Monday morning. Right now, 18 degrees is the temperature in Chicago. We have some snow flurries at 6:31 on AM 560, The Answer. The White House says Alabama Senate candidate Roy Moore should step aside if the sexual allegations against him are true. 4 women have accused Moore of sexual harassment when they were teenagers, and Moore was in his 30s. Fair trade was a key focus of President Trump's address at the Asia-Pacific Summit in Vietnam.
We cannot achieve open markets if we do not ensure fair market access. In the end, unfair trade undermines us all.
Vice President Mike Pence is talking taxes in Indianapolis. The former governor was back in his home state yesterday pushing for tax reform. An investigation is underway after a Chicago public school teacher was accused of having a sexual relationship with a teenage student. Horizon Science Academy and Chicago police were made aware of the allegations this week. Parents say the teacher at the Southwest Side Charter is a woman and the student is a 16-year-old boy. New dash cam footage shows a Chicago police officer shooting a man to death after the officer was pinned against his police SUV in September on the Northwest Side. The Civilian Office of Police Accountability released video of Juan Flores backing an SUV into the officer, who then opened fire. Flores died at the scene, while the officer suffered serious injuries. The investigation is ongoing. Chicago sports: Blackhawks lost at Philadelphia last night, 3-1. Football: Seattle topped Arizona 22-16 in the Thursday night game. College football: the Northern Illinois Huskies routed Ball State last night in DeKalb. College basketball season tonight gets started, and the Bulls are home tonight against the Pacers. And Sunday, it's Bears-Packers at Soldier Field. News is a service of Napa Auto Parts. This month, Pennzoil Full Synthetic Motor Oil is on sale for $4.99 a quart at any participating Napa Auto Parts store. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how. General States prices do not include state and local taxes or recycling fees. Offer expires 12/31/17. AM 560 news time is 6:33. How bad is traffic? The answer in 2 minutes on AM 560. The Answer.
Ready for a bad cold and flu season? A cold is a cold, but flu brings fever. Be prepared with the Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer, backed by medical professionals everywhere.
Hey, you've heard how Automated Systems excels at assisting companies with systems integration and FDA compliance, but they're also a staffing leader. They supply handpicked elite leadership, subject matter experts, and proven technical professionals in engineering, quality control, and FDA compliance to support the life sciences field in executing mission-critical projects. ASI provides highly specialized pros to deliver projects on time and budget. Don't pay a lot more to a big consulting firm, and don't trust the big temp agencies to supply the talent you need. Call Laz, my friend Laz at Automated Systems, when failure isn't an option. ASI is retained by all of Chicagoland's Fortune 500 life sciences companies, from big pharma to startups, and excel through a culture of excellence in execution. For a staffing, compliance, or automation evaluation, call Laz now at Automated Systems at 844-HIRE-ASI or visit AutomatedSYS.com. That's 844-HIRE-ASI or AutomatedSYS.com.
Need a CPAP? Then we need you. We're CPAP.com, and we carry popular brands of CPAP equipment, including ResMed, Respironics, and more. To move inventory, we're selling some of our ResMed CPAP machines at prices lower than you would think. Call now to learn more about these affordable ResMed CPAPs. We'll even provide free shipping on your ResMed machine order, so you'll get it fast. Call 1-800-700-3181. The best part? No insurance needed. Our CPAPs are priced so low they can even cost less than your copay and deductible through insurance. CPAP.com has shipped over 1 million orders and carries a large inventory of sleep apnea equipment. With little retail overhead and no middlemen, we're the best way to get comfortable, effective sleep apnea equipment at incredibly low prices. Again, CPAP.com has a large inventory of ResMed CPAPs and is offering free shipping on these devices. Call now for these great deals and others. Call 1-800-700-3181. If lines are busy, please try again. That's 1-800-700-3181.
AM 560 news time is 6:35. Checking the traffic. The Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center on AM 560. The Answer: a fire on the west side near 24th and Holman. Edens Expressway inbound. Delays start at 2:08. 23 minutes. Lake Cook to Montrose, outbound 21. Kennedy, 31 minutes. O'Hare to downtown. 13 from Montrose. 11 in the Express. Outbound 28 minutes to the airport. It's a little slow on westbound 190 from the Kennedy to Tri-State. Got Eisenhower delays, Mannheim to Harlem, Damon to the Burn Circle, 45 minutes, 390 to downtown. Outbound 55, jam is central to Mannheim, where stall is cleared in the left lane. Stevenson, 49 minutes, 355 to the drive, outbound 38. Ryan, 25 minutes, 95th to downtown. I-57, 20 minutes, I-80 to the merge. But Division 434, there was an earlier crash past 130th. Northbound Tri-State, snarl, 95th to the Stevenson. There's a car fire there in the right lane. The other tollways are looking good. Traffic is a service of Walgreens. With a little help from Walgreens, diabetes won't slow you down. With caring pharmacists, medications you rely on, and testing supplies from all the major brands. Where is it convenient? Where do I matter? At Walgreens, the corner of happy and healthy. More of Chicago's Morning Answer comes your way next. With Amy Jacobson and Bruce Wolf in for Dan Proft. Your official Chicagoland forecast. Flurries this morning, chance for some accumulation today. Colder conditions, a high of 32, clouds and sun. Tonight's low 26. Tomorrow's high 39, clouds. And for Sunday, a bit of snow and rain in the morning, high 39. Currently, it's 18 at O'Hare. The next news update comes your way at 7 o'clock. Continuous coverage of the latest news, traffic, and weather at 560theanswer.com. Now more of Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560, The Answer.
This hourly segment is sponsored by Financial Planning with Jack Taboda, your 401k specialist. Heard Saturday mornings at 7 right here on AM 560, The Answer.
No Victocrats allowed. Why? Because we've got a country to save. Join me, Larry Elder, tonight starting at 7 on AM 560, The Answer.
All right, we are taking a break from discussing Roy Moore.
I'm exhausted.
If he should stay or should he go. I'm vocally exhausted and physically. I'm exhausted talking about it.
I really need to call in somebody from the relief pen. Is Dan Proft available? You know, he's tweeting now.
He is?
Oh, yeah, he's tweeting about property taxes. The symbiotic relation between property taxes, property tax lawyers, and the government, which, by the way, is a much bigger issue than any of this stuff.
God.
It is.
Okay.
Well, it affects us in the pocketbook. It's what's driving Illinois crazy.
And we haven't
Illinois
even
isn't broke. It's fixed, as I always say.
We haven't even gotten to Louis C.K.
Yeah.
Your guy, and because the only reason why I want to talk about Louis C.K. is because I want to play some of his drops.
Me too. He is the funniest
He is funny.
guy.
But
Oh
he's
my
a
God.
pervert, too. What's wrong with that guy?
Well, you know, so was Mozart. You know, whatever.
So whatever. You boys and your bad behavior. I'm sick of it. But now we're going to turn to something very important because everybody loves their animals. Everybody, and a lot of people who listen to the show. I received so many emails yesterday.
Animal stories, Amy.
Because of my feral cats that I have in the backyard.
Which happens to be the name of my uncle on my mother's side. Feral cats.
And I have 2 feral cats, and I felt sick. I could not sleep last night because it was so cold outside.
Are you sure they're feral cats?
Well, they're either one's a feral cat, and I think one's a stray cat.
I don't know the difference.
Well, I want to bring on an expert to tell us the difference between a feral cat and a stray cat, and she is Darlene Dugan, Director of Operations at Treehouse Humane Society. And they have this great program where they help people who have feral cats. You can buy kind of like an igloo for them to sleep in. And we've had so many people call this morning and email saying, how can I get one of these? So first, let's welcome Darlene to the program. Good morning, Darlene.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. So tell us about, a lot of people inquired about these igloos. I mean, really, it's just a big Tupperware tub, but they're insulated with straw on the bottom. And it's a way to keep your feral cats warm in the wintertime.
Yeah, absolutely. That is a good way to insulate them from the cold, from the wet, from the snow. So that's a really good way to take care of your cats over the winter.
So what is the difference between a feral cat and a stray cat?
Oh, that's a great question. So a feral cat is a cat with no social skills. Essentially, they're a wild animal. A stray cat is a cat that does have social skills. So it's somebody that maybe lived in a home or had a family at some point or has become friendly with humans. So that's really the difference is their social skill level.
So I've got, all right, so I had this cat named Crazy, and she got hit by a car at Byron, right in front of Mayor Emanuel's security detail, believe it or not, because they stay in that firehouse there. And she was amazing at killing rats, would kill 5 to 7 rats a day. Of course, would bring them to my back porch because that's what cats do as a gift. Like, thanks for taking care of me. Here's a dead rat.
Right.
So after she died, I had 2 cat. One looks exactly like Crazy. that ended up in my backyard, and now I've got a bunch of cats, and I'm becoming a cat lady.
No,
I,
are cats attracted to you?
cats know cat people.
Is that? Do you think that's true, Darlene? That cats know cat people? That they could be attracted to that, or is that just a myth, a young wives' tale?
No, I don't think it's a wives' tale. I think it's just like any other relationship. Like attracts like. So if they are getting something out of that relationship, certainly they'll respond back.
So, but because we've tried to get, we've had rat abatement programs. They tried dry ice. They've tried different poisons. Nothing works better than a cat to kill rats. So you guys have been helping out. You've been assigning feral cats to people's backyards or alleys.
Yep, absolutely. So unfortunately, we are kind of the last straw for people who are struggling with rat problems. They do work with the city. They work with private pest management companies to sort of abate the problem. Traditional trapping, poisoning, dry ice, like you mentioned, will work to some degree and probably work for some people, but then it won't go the full 9 yards. So essentially it'll be a short-term solution, but in the long term, it doesn't really solve the problem. And that's where feral cats come in. They already exist in the community. So Treehouse Humane Society essentially takes these feral cats that are, again, already existing in the community, living amongst in our neighborhoods, and we acclimate them to a specific property, whether it's your house or a business or something in between. And essentially, you take care of them, i.e., you feed them on a regular schedule. You provide them shelter over the winter and even over the summer, just a kind of a private space to rest and relax. And as a result, they will help control the rodent population in your area because of that natural predator-prey relationship that cats have with rodents. So it really is a nature's response to population control on the rat side.
Let me ask you this. I mean, is there a danger, though? I mean, because you want the feral cats to destroy the rats, that, if you take care of them, you're domesticating them too much, and then they lose their wildness somehow. That's
a really good point, and they are absolutely.
Stop laughing, Amy. This is a serious question. It's like when a
Bruce
woman,
Wolf, cat lover.
It's like when a woman, marries like this wild guitar player and everything like that, and thinks that he's the coolest thing, and then he, becomes, comes home and he's domesticated, and all of a sudden, he's not that wild, crazy guy that she married anymore. She turned him into something else. You know how that happens. So you want the tomcat to still be a tomcat somehow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. And that's why you feed them on a regular schedule so that they become acclimated to a 6 a.m. feeding and a 6 p.m. dinner or whatever works for your schedule. And that's the only contact that you really have with them. Again, they're wild animals, so they're going to come around when they need to eat, and then they're going to go away. So we definitely train all of our CAW placement, that stands for our Cats at Work program, Treehouse's Cats at Work program. We train our caretakers to just feed them and then walk away so that they don't become acclimated.
I want a hug.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. See, Amy is no good. Do you monitor? I mean, you would reject somebody like Amy because she wants to hug the cats.
I have my own feral. The feral cats found me, I swear.
I know, but you will be too kind to them, and then you will wreck their wild manly. That's what you do to like a man. you just take all the testosterone right out of him. Am I right about that, Darlene?
We would encourage Amy to come to our shelter and adopt a cat that is socialized and is looking for a home and is looking for those hugs. Take that cat into her home and keep the feral cats outside.
Now, also, you are about to open the Cat Cafe, which I can't wait for it to open.
I know.
So what's the latest on that?
So we are just about at the point where we're starting construction. We are redesigning the space to further meet the needs of what a cat cafe is going to provide. What we're really excited about is having additional people come into the shelter to meet our adoptable cats, to possibly adopt and find their forever friend.
Wow.
Is this like a Starbucks or something, a cafe?
No,
you sit around there?
I just got back from Europe, and
they're
everywhere.
Decaffeinated? What? I'm sorry.
They're everywhere. Cat cafes are. I went to a wonderful one in Germany. I went to one in Sweden. I mean, they're everywhere in Europe.
They are a big thing in Europe, and they're starting to grow in popularity here in the U.S. And what's unique about Treehouse's Cat Cafe is that we are the only one that's going to be connected to an actual animal shelter. So on site, on the same property in the same building as an animal shelter. So essentially, yep, you come in, you get your cup of Joe in the morning. We're going to have hot
It is a
chocolate,
cafe.
some other little goodies, and then you go hang out in our lounge, in our cat lounge, and spend some time with some kitties.
And I understand, according to federal bankruptcy laws, you're allowed to declare bankruptcy at these places 9 times. For some reason,
but I'm taking Dan Proft. He's the host here. He's off today, but I'm taking.
You're the
his,
parasite. He's the host.
I'm taking his father once the cat cafe opens, and we're going to go to the cat cafe and have a nice
Dan's
day.
father wants to have a cat?
No, Dan's father has a cat, but he wants to be around more cats, just like me, so you go to the cat cafe and
What
hang
is
out.
this? People like to be around cats? My
Yeah,
wife
they're
likes
very
cats,
soothing.
too.
If you have high blood pressure, which I have, my cardiologist recommended that I get a cat, so then I got 12. Just kidding. So, Darlene, how can people contact you in order to get one of those igloos for their feral cats or to go to the cat cafe?
Sure. So they can give us a call. Treehouse's Humane Society's phone number is 773-262-4000. And same number to give us a call about our cat cafe. We will be taking reservations when the cat cafe is open, so that's a great way to secure your spot and make sure that you get in. And we're excited to partake in this new venture.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Darlene, for calling in this morning. We appreciate it.
Happy to do so. Thank you.
Darlene Duggan, Director of Operations from Treehouse Humane Society, and she joined us on our Turnkey.pro cat line.
Connect with Dan and Amy on the AM 560 The Answer mobile app. Just text the word app to 64636 to download the app today.
For the first time in years, I accidentally left my cell phone at home, or I would be tweeting out pictures right now of my feral cats in the backyard.
Do you want to use my phone?
Well, no, the pictures are on my phone.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
But when I get home, after I pick up my igloos, which I'm going straight to Treehouse Cafe after this, and I ordered warming blankets. I got the whole thing. I will tweet out pictures of the feral cats because I am the official cat lady.
I'll tell you, I got cat cafe fever right now. Down, down, down. Today, snow showers likely, mainly before 10 a.m., mostly cloudy, then gradually becoming sunny with a high near 32, increasing clouds overnight with a low around 26. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy with a high near 40, a 50% chance of rain overnight, mainly after midnight, cloudy with a low around 37. Bears Day, Soldier Field, Sunday, mostly cloudy with a high near 42, partly cloudy overnight with a low around 35. Now, with the check of traffic, here's Jim Telemonte.
Thanks, Bruce and Amy. Good morning. And if you're going to the Bears game via the South Shoreline, this being Veterans Day weekend, the South Shoreline is offering all military veterans free rides from today through Sunday, and also up to 3 children under 14 can ride with each veteran for free. West side of Chicago, 24th is blocked between Homan and Trumbull. Got a fire there. Eden's inbound, 23 minutes. Lake Cook to Montrose, outbound 21. Kennedy, 37 minutes. O'Hare to downtown, outbound 32. The Eisenhower, 46 minutes from 390 to downtown. It's 51 outbound. Stevenson, 50 minutes. 355 to the drive. Outbound 42. Ryan, 24 minutes from 95th to the Loop. Bishopport, 31 minutes, 8094 to the Ryan. There was a crash past 130th. Northbound Tri-State delays, 111th to the Hinsdale Oasis. And from the Reagan tollway to North Avenue, the other tollways are good. Jim Talamonte in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center.
I'm Lou Dobbs. Jerome Powell's hearing for Fed Chair is set. Walmart to offer Black Friday deals early, online. Those stories next. Are you being intimidated by the IRS? Rapid Resolution Tax Group is a team of tax attorneys, enrolled agents, and tax professionals who've helped thousands of people with problems just like yours, and they promise not to let the IRS intimidate you. If you are an individual or business who owes at least $10,000 to the IRS, you can turn to them for help. Has your bank account been levied? Do you have years of unfiled tax returns? Let Rapid Resolution Tax Group intervene for you. They're accredited with and A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and they guarantee same-day contact with the IRS. If you qualify, Rapid Resolution Tax Group can work towards settling your tax debt for less, removing penalties and fees, and stopping levies and garnishments. Call the professionals at Rapid Resolution Tax Group at 800-601-2929. That's 800-601-2929. The Senate Banking Committee set its confirmation hearing for Jerome Powell's nomination to chair the Fed for November 28. Powell, a member of the Fed's board, nominated for the top job by the president, who decided against a second term for the current Fed chair, Janet Yellen. On the economic calendar today, the latest on consumer confidence, Walmart hoping to tempt shoppers with online deals before Black Friday. planning to offer most of its deals online beginning just after midnight on Thanksgiving. Some of those deals at Walmart begin Thursday. You may see a lot more of Amazon inside Whole Foods soon. The online retailer, which is already selling its voice-activated Echoes at Whole Foods, will begin to sell Kindles, Fire tablets, and other Amazon devices at those grocery stores. Please join me for Lou Dobbs tonight, 7 and 11 Eastern on the Fox Business Network. This is the Lou Dobbs Financial Report.
On AM 560 The Answer, we talk about the important issues that affect your world. Things like the economy, education, and foreign policy. There's always so much going on in the news that we don't always have the time to focus in and talk about the big ideas behind the important issues. Enter Upstream Ideas online at upstream-ideas.com. Upstream Ideas, in partnership with the Illinois Policy Institute, provides the kind of information that informs the policy discussions happening here on AM 560. At Upstream Ideas, you'll broaden the debate, move beyond partisan assumptions, and challenge accepted beliefs. Upstream Ideas goes against the current and thinks upstream. Go online now at upstream-ideas.com. That's upstream-ideas.com. You'll be armed with new information and fresh perspectives to help encourage you to make the state of Illinois and the United States of America a bit freer, a bit more just, and a bit more civilized. Upstream-ideas.com.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
I have been on these supplements from Balance of Nature for a couple of years now. And prior to that, I used other supplements. They did nothing for me. This has been absolutely wonderful. I have never felt so good, and I have felt so much better health-wise. My cholesterol's down. All my numbers are down, and it's been great. So I highly recommend Balance of Nature.
What are you waiting for? Good health is only a phone call away. Don't miss your opportunity to get a free month's supply of Balance of Nature. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Call 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com.
Use promo code Chicago. That's promo code Chicago. Balance of Nature. Order today.
Do you have sleep apnea? Are you tired of dragging your big, bulky CPAP device with you whenever you leave home? Yeah, well, I was too. That's why I'm so glad I called to try the Transcend Mini CPAP for 10 nights. I can't imagine living without it now. My Transcend is smaller than a soda can and weighs less than a pound. That's less hassle to carry than my shaving kit. Plus, I was able to add a battery pack that's as tiny as a deck of cards. But hey, that's not all. Transcend is FAA compliant, too, which means I can finally sleep comfortably while flying. Heck, I can sleep comfortably anywhere now. So if that all sounds good to you, call now to give Transcend a try. You'll be glad you did.
Experience the life-changing freedom to sleep comfortably anywhere thanks to Transcend, the world's very first mini CPAP. To receive your risk-free 10-night trial, call now. 1-800-400-8168. Again, that's 1-800-400-8168. 1-800-400-8168.
Savings based on 2-year protection plan compared to T-Mobile premium device protection as of July 12, 2017. SquareTrade does not cover lost or stolen items. Terms and conditions apply.
Getting a new phone? Get this. Every 2 seconds, one of us accidentally breaks our phone. So, protecting your phone is a smart idea. But phone insurance through your wireless carrier can cost as much as $15 every month. Switch to SquareTrade phone protection instead, for half the cost of insurance through your wireless carrier. And you could save $200 or more. It's like protecting 2 phones for the price of 1. SquareTrade covers accidents like drops and spills with easy same-day repair options. Part of the Allstate family, we're trusted by over 30 million customers with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. And switching to SquareTrade is easy. How else can you save $200 in 10 minutes? So don't wait. Switch today.
Switch to SquareTrade now and you can save over $200. Visit SquareTrade.com. That's SquareTrade.com.
My name is David Hochberg, Vice President Lending at Pearl Mortgage. If you're purchasing a home, give me a call. A borrower called me after contacting the lender who boasts about having the lowest rates and closing costs because he thought my competitor's closing costs were excessively high. I compared loan estimates and the interest rates were identical, but our definitions of low closing costs were a lot different. Fact is, my closing costs were over $1,000 less than the lender claiming to have the lowest closing costs. When purchasing a home, you can either work with the lender who talks and talks and talks and talks about low closing costs, or you can work with me, a lender who actually has low closing costs. Then think of all the things you could do with an extra $1,000 when we originate your loan, like pay for the movers, buy a new computer, new TV, maybe new carpet for your new house. I've helped thousands of AM 560 listeners, but I can't help if you don't call 312-751-1333 or visit am560david.com. Pearl Mortgage, an equal housing lender, Illinois Residential Mortgage License 4358, and MLS 19186.
Signature Bank is Chicago's fastest growing independently owned business bank. It's a bank where relationships still matter. Signature Bank knows your name and your story. I'm Dan Proft, and I know this because Signature Bank is my business bank.
I'm Chuck Spaveri, CEO of Spaveri's Custom Counters, a Chicagoland manufacturer of residential and commercial countertops. If there's a local commercial bank who knows how to get a deal done, it's Signature Bank. When my brother and I needed it, Signature Bank came through with a creative financing solution. That's because Signature Bank has experience working with companies like ours, a second-generation, family-owned and operated manufacturer. Our business matters to Signature Bank, and that comes through in every visit and every phone call with their team, right up to the bank's co-founders, Kevin, Mick, and Brian. Spaveri's is proud to bank with Signature Bank.
Signature Bank is looking for their next success story. To learn more about turning your business vision into reality, visit signaturebank.bank. Signature Bank, helping local businesses succeed. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
AM 560, The Answer.
Finally, we're back, Couldn't wait to talk. Bruce Wolf filling in for me, and I'm filling in for Dan.
You know what song that is?
Cat Scratch Fever.
I thought it was Chet Fever.
Hey, we'll get chit chat later.
Yeah, at 9 o'clock.
You want to know something about cats? Cats are a lot like women. We love on our own terms. Rand Paul's attacker was in court yesterday.
Rene Boucher.
He's not too bad looking for a 60-year-old man.
All right.
Actually, he's 59, about to turn 60. He's a doctor, too. He's an anesthesiologist. They've lived next to each other for 17 years.
I hate when anesthesiologists and ophthalmologists fight.
It's really ugly. Yeah. WWE. Rand Paul, and in this corner, Rene Boucher. This is what cracks me up. Yeah. He broke 6 of his ribs, yet he goes into court and he pleads not guilty. What
he didn't get all 12.
Well,
let's look at the rib cages half empty.
Who broke his ribs? Of course he broke his ribs. Would he fall down and go boom on the riding mower?
It was an accident.
This is what happened after Rand Paul was allegedly attacked by his anesthesiologist neighbor.
Mm-hmm. You're putting me to sleep. Go ahead. Come on.
Rand Paul didn't call his wife. He called a female neighbor, Alicia Stivers.
When he got up, Renee was just screaming something about, I've been trying to sell my house for 10 years and, your trees are in the way.
So it is over landscaping, apparently.
Yes, but landscaping is just the surface. There's just the topsoil. Beneath it, it's politics.
Since Paul's a member of Congress, U.S. Capitol Police, FBI assisted in the investigation. They might raise the misdemeanor charges to a felony. Here's the attacker's attorney.
So this really is about a messy yard.
It's a messy yard.
Yep. That's all he said yesterday. It's a messy yard.
But it's a metaphor.
He could go
messy yard
jail
is
for a messy yard.
For a garden of many, many delights.
Coming up on Chicago's Morning Answer, the avalanche of Hollywood A-listers accused of bad behavior continues. We'll get the latest, and we'll play some Louis C.K. bites just for Bruce.
An excuse.
Just for Bruce Wolf.
This is nothing more than a pretext just to play some Louis C.K. routines.
And later, the Senate releases their own tax plan, and it's quite different than the House is. We'll get the latest from Sean Duffy, the congressman. But first, let's go into the newsroom. Here's Jim Telemonte, who's filling in for Dave Stewart, who's filling in for Mike Scott. Go.
All right, Amy. Chicago has snowplows ready of the updated forecast coming up. WIND Chicago News Time, 7 o'clock.
He tweets, economic security is vital to national security. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. President Trump at a summit of Asian leaders in Vietnam.
The current trade imbalance is not acceptable.
But he doesn't blame China or any other country.
If their representatives are able to get away with it, they are just doing their jobs.
But he says we won't be taken advantage of anymore. The president says he's open to trade deals that are fair and reciprocal. President Trump will not have a formal meeting with Russian President Putin at the summit, as some had expected, though the White House says an informal encounter is possible in Vietnam or the Philippines. The White House is also commenting on the allegations shaking up a U.S. Senate race in Alabama a month before the election. Fox's Tanya J. Powers has more live.
Dave, Alabama Republican Senate candidate Roy Moore, a former state Supreme Court justice, is denying allegations of decades-old sexual misconduct with minors published in a Washington Post story. The White House press secretary, Sarah Sanders, says the president believes mere allegations shouldn't be allowed to destroy someone's life, but
the president also believes that if these allegations are true, Judge Moore will do the right thing and step aside.
On Thursday, Moore released a fundraising message in the middle of the chaos, vowing to, quote, never give up the fight. Dave.
Tanya, Republicans are moving forward with tax reform, saying it'll help the middle class and boost the economy.
Republican leaders restored an adoption tax credit before the House Ways and Means Committee signed off on a GOP tax bill along party lines. That's one similarity to a Senate tax reform bill. But the two plans include key differences, including on how quickly the corporate tax rate would fall to 20%.
Fox's Jared Halpern of the Capitol. Another key difference, the Senate version would not let people deduct any state or local taxes. The House plan would allow some for property taxes. Democrats say the plan would actually raise taxes on some Americans and would be a giveaway to corporations. Fox News, fair and balanced.
Good morning. It's 18 degrees in Chicago at 7:02 on AM 560 The Answer. I'm Jim Talamonte in for Mike Scott this morning. City of Chicago officials have deployed over 200 snowplows. The city's first snowfall of the season. We'll have the forecast coming up. A South Bend, Indiana man has been sentenced to 68 years behind bars for sexually assaulting, stabbing, and robbing a woman in her Willowbrook home in 2015. Mondale Madison was sentenced yesterday in DuPage County Court. Melissa Schuster survived the brutal attack despite being stabbed nearly 20 times. She spoke yesterday after that sentencing.
I'm happy. I'm have some relief, and just to thank everybody that has been around and supported. This is a huge day.
A search is underway to find a 14-year-old boy who went missing in Chicago's Albany Park neighborhood over 3 months ago. Calvin Howell was last seen July 25th near Lawrence and Kimball. One man is dead following a fire in Joliet. Authorities say the blaze started early yesterday inside a two-story home in the 300 block of South Chicago Street. Fire crews found Otis Bloodsaw's body inside the home. The cause is under investigation. No injuries are reported after a house fire on Chicago's west side this morning. The blaze happened in the 4900 block of West Cortez. Chicago sports, Flyers beat the Blackhawks last night 3-1. College football, the NIU Huskies routed Ball State 63-17. News is a service of Napa Auto Parts. This month at participating Napa Auto Parts stores, you'll get $10 off when you buy a set of Napa Exact Fit wiper blades. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how. While supplies last, offer expires 12/31/17. AM 560 news time is 7:04. Where are the cars this morning? The answer in 2 minutes on AM 560. The Answer.
Sean Hannity says it's time to hold people accountable.
Now, the president rightly pointed out today that Senate Minority Leader Chuckie Schumer of New York was the one responsible for creating the diversity lottery program. Well, how do you get a lottery into this? And, of course, Chuck Schumer, no Democrat supports any vetting of any refugees from anywhere. The president did the right thing, holding Chuck Schumer responsible.
The Sean Hannity Show. Afternoons at 2, right before Joe Walsh at 5 on AM 560. The Answer.
All money managers may seem pretty much the same. But while some money managers may recommend high commission investment products, Fisher Investments avoids them. Some money managers may have hidden and layered fees. Fisher Investments never does. And while some money managers are happy to earn commissions from you, whether you do well or not, Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when you do better. In other words, we're structured to be on your side. Maybe that's why most of our clients come to us from other money managers. Talk with us and find out why so many experienced investors are switching to and staying with Fisher Investments. Fisher Investments, clearly better money management. Investments in securities involve the risk of loss. Visit us at FisherInvestments.com to find out what we can do for you.
AM 560 News Time 7:05. Check the roads from the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center. AM 560. It's very heavy on the northbound tri-state this morning. An earlier car fire near the Stevenson. Delays right now are again major. 111th through the Hinsdale Oasis. Farther north, stop and go from the Reagan-Tollway to North Avenue. Northbound Veterans Memorial, just a little congested. 63rd to the Reagan-Tollway. Otherwise, the tollways are light. Eden's inbound, 23 minutes. Lake Cook to Montrose. Outbound 21. Kennedy, 38 minutes, O'Hare to downtown. 15 from Montrose, 13 in the Express. Outbound 15 to Montrose, 32 to the airport. The Eisenhower, 48 minutes, 390 to downtown. 34 from Manheim. Outbound 51 to 390. Stevenson, 50 minutes, 355 to Lakeshore Drive. Outbound 42. Ryan, 24 minutes, 95th to downtown. I-57, 21 minutes, I-80 to the merge. Bishopport, 31. Northwest Indiana's looking good. More of Chicago's Morning Answer is coming up, but now, for official Chicagoland forecast, here's meteorologist Kevin Snyder.
Today, a flurry around for the morning, otherwise colder with clouds and sun. High 33. Tonight, some clouds, cold with a low 26. Cloudy and cold tomorrow. High 39 and a low 34. I'm Kevin Snyder on AM 560, The Answer.
Right now, 19 degrees at O'Hare. We have 25 at Northerly Island. Your next news update is at 7:30. Continuous coverage of the latest news, traffic, and weather at 560theanswer.com. Chicago's Morning Answer continues now on AM 560 The Answer.
Listen to AM 560 on your mobile device. Now available on iHeartRadio. Online at iHeartRadio.com.
This is Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson on AM 560. The Answer.
Yes, get off y'all button. Stand up, Mr. Wolf. Hi.
Hi,
oh,
I'm
is
Bruce
this on?
Wolf, in for Dan
hi.
Proft.
I'm Amy Jacobson. Thank you for joining us. On this Friday, yes, little flurries out there. Cold. We factor in the wind chill. It's going to be 10 degrees today. That's cold. Yeah, but we've had, I'm exhausted from the first 2 hours, I got to tell you. We went at it pretty hard.
That whole Roy Moore thing. Is there a podcast of this or something? Or?
Yeah, we can. Okay. Yeah, we're always podcasting.
Yeah. Okay.
You can always get the app, the AM 560 The Answer app.
Sure.
All the cool kids have the app.
I'm just worried. I'm wondering.
If that, what, yeah?
What Louis C.K. I don't even want to think what Louis C.K. was doing as he was reading like the 29th or 30th paragraph of the Washington Post story about Roy Moore. I don't even want to think about it.
312-642-5600. What should happen to Louis C.K.? I mean, his movie premiere has been canceled in advance of this New York Times article. Another bombshell, they say, that was dropped about a Hollywood elite, another Hollywood bad boy. And he was supposed to make an appearance on a late-night television
with Stephen
show.
Colbert.
Yeah, and that got canceled,
Now, I'm sure that Colbert last night tore into Louis C.K., made all kinds of Louis C.K. jokes. I mean, of course he is, because I'm sure that Stephen Colbert is not a Louis C.K. holster. Okay.
Well, so five
what
women.
What did Louis C.K. do?
Well, 5 women have come forward accusing him of sexual misconduct. 2 of the ladies are comedians from Chicago. And in 2002, they thought they landed their big break at this comedy arts festival in Aspen, Colorado. Louis C.K. invited them to hang out in his hotel room for a nightcap after their late night show. And they didn't think twice. So what did he do? Because I want a man to say what this man did.
I can't say it.
What?
He took off his pants and pleasured himself in front of them. They did not ask for it. That, I believe, is certainly morally questionable, and it may even be legally questionable.
Well, here's the thing. So as soon as they sat down in his room, they still had their winter jackets on and their hats, and he asked if he could take out his penis. The women said. They thought it was a joke, and they laughed it off.
He took his coat and jacket off, yes.
Well,
his
he
hat
took...
and jacket off. Excuse me. All right, sorry.
So, again, they thought it was a joke. They laughed it off. But then he really did it. Miss Goodman said in the interview with the New York Times, he proceeded to take all of his clothes off and get completely naked and started masturbating.
Louis C.K., for the record, has set masturbation back 5,000 years. I'm here to tell you.
Yeah, and then I saw somebody on was CNN last night or no NBC Nightly News who said that everybody knows that that's what Louis C.K. does. That he's got a problem. Even one woman one of the 5 that has spoke with the New York Times, said that he even said, I have a problem.
I want to know what Jerry Seinfeld, his good friend, what he knew and when he knew it. Is Jerry Seinfeld a little bit guilty for not turning Louis C.K. into the authorities? The authority being Jehovah, probably.
Well, here's the thing. I honestly, the way that this is going, this is a watershed moment. I even watched CNN's town hall meeting on sexual harassment. Gretchen Carlson was on. Anita Hill was on. It was really fascinating. Alison Camerota, I always butcher her name. Mm-hmm. She was,
and you did this time too.
Camerati, what's her?
Whatever.
Okay. Well,
Toyota Camry. Go ahead. Yeah.
She led the town hall, and she told about her own story when she was an intern at one of the networks, and she had a bagel, and she was taking a bite of the bagel, and the big shot reporter that she was assigned to said, "Oh, I wish I was that bagel right now," and she was horrified. But you know what? Sometimes you just gotta suck it up, Buttercup. Yeah. I mean, honestly, when I worked at one station, I'm like this. I was very tall, living in El Paso. Okay.
So are they short in El Paso?
Well, every shower, I went to different apartments, and every time I got in the shower head was right here,
and
right
pointing,
at my sternum.
Let the record show there it's pointing to
I'm
your
pointing
sternum.
Up. Yes, exactly, my sternum. Yeah. And one of the photographers said, "I'd love to be your shower head," and it was funny, and we all laughed. And I didn't go to HR about it because it was banter. But sometimes,
and today that photographer is running for the Senate in Alabama. I got to say this for Louis C.K., and, I'm not exonerating him, but it is mitigation. He's more polite than Harvey Weinstein.
Oh,
I'll
because
give him that.
Admitted that he had a problem?
Well, I mean, he never, he didn't touch anybody.
He just touched himself.
I mean, it's not good, though.
It's not, but it's Louis C.K.
And by the way,
how do women still go out with guys when you consider the fact that there is no greater threat to women than men? We're the #1 threat to women. But women still think, yeah, I'll go out with you alone at night. What are you, nuts? I'll get in your car with you with my little shoulders. Hi, where are we going? To your death, statistically.
312-642-5600. Can I?
No, I'm sorry.
312-642-5600 is our turnkey Deb Pro. Answer line 64636. Type in DA, then a quick comment.
The saving grace to Louis C.K., if there is one, is that he is so disgusted with himself, including the act of pleasuring yourself. There's one routine he has where he says he's caught by his wife doing this.
He's married?
At the time he was married. And,
how's that going?
And his wife, was a little hurt and everything like that. And she said, do you ever think of me while you're engaged in that activity? And he said, oh, yeah. He looks to the audience and says, sure, I'm gonna do that, thinking of some woman who yells at me because I picked her up late from the airport. I didn't deliver it exactly the way Louis C.K. did.
That was really bad. Let's go to
it's
Scott.
Really good.
I love Scott. Scott joins us out from the West Side. Good morning, Scott. How are you?
Hey, thanks, Amy, for taking my call. I'm fine. Hi, Bruce.
Hi.
I've always liked to hear you, Bruce.
Thank you, Scott.
So my question is when Louis C.K., who I've never heard of before until just now, but I Googled him, when he did this, did the women get up and leave? Or did they sit there and watch? And why does it take people so long for them to come out? Why is everybody all of a sudden coming out with these things?
Well, actually,
it's kind of the look at me mentality, but people, because now they feel safe, and there's been a watershed moment where now everyone is coming forward who's ever been sexually harassed or I don't know. That's coming. You know what? I don't know what it is, or people are just piling on, or people just want this bad behavior to stop.
What I love about this,
but he didn't hold them against their will. He didn't touch them. He touched himself.
Exactly. Amy, let me tell you a story. Before there were cell phones, a lady moved in. I had lived in the same place for like 10 years. I knew everybody in the neighborhood. A lady had moved into the building next to us. She was standing out talking on a cordless phone in the front, and I looked at her. She accused me of dragging her to the alley and massaging her breast. And all I did was looked at her talking on this cordless phone. I had to go to court. I had to get a lawyer to fight it. I'm as gay as they come. And this woman accused me. I've been falsely accused.
I believe that you're just making up the voice right now, Scott.
No,
all right, no, thank you, Scott.
Scott,
it's enjoyed talking to you.
Honestly, I believe that. And that's what happened to the security guard that I know. This woman, he was a security guard for a building downtown. She accused him of rape. He had to hire an attorney. And then they had these things called cameras where they were never even in the same place at the same time. So, Scott, I'm sorry you had to go through that, but God bless you, and you sound better today for it. So
let me, I love that this is coming up right now because I think it will serve as a lesson to us. I think we should talk about the whole issue of onanism and pleasuring oneself. And I think, because I believe it's evil and I believe it's wrong.
Oh, my God. Are you going to go blind? Is that what's going to happen to you?
Hair on your palms, stuff like that. But here's the thing. I really do. And the reason I know that is because you cannot go at the water cooler at work every day and go up to like a female colleague and say, hey, I was thinking about you last night while I did. You can't have water cooler discussion about that because why? Because it's wrong.
Well, Allison said that on the CNN town hall. She said one of my coworkers said, can I pay you a compliment? And this was just, yesterday. Can I pay you a compliment? I really like that dress. And then they both started laughing because is this our new reality? And she said, I wasn't offended about it. But he asked me first if he could compliment me on what I was wearing. 312-642-5600 is our Turnkey.pro answer line. Let's go to Sean in Elmwood Park.
Well, good morning. I figured it was time I call. Are we playing music while I'm talking? This is like either Bruce is interrupting me or music is playing when I'm talking. Number one, to my guy Scott on the west side, couple of things. I find it funny that the case went beyond you telling your name. Number two, be happy it wasn't Melrose Park. None of those sexual harassment cases went to court. You got dragged in the alley and beat senseless.
Sure.
Number three, Louis C.K. I have two daughters. And the idea that somebody, just hold on while I take my pants off. I have two daughters who, by the way, personalities among kids are very, very different. No two kids are the same. But each one of them would stand up and stab you in the neck with a fork. Absolutely beyond the shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, but I got to tell you, people get in shock and then they can't move because, they were so happy to be invited to this comedy arts festival. And then they're sitting there and he does that and you're in shock. I mean, really.
Well, that's starstruck.
Well, here's the thing, Sean.
No, Sean, it's not. I mean, I was with Edward James Olmos, and I was in shock when he tried to kiss me.
You were with him? Look, Sean, here's the problem. You just described your daughters as completely different, like they're snowflakes. Well, are they snowflakes or are they tough? Let me ask you.
What I was saying, too, is
you said no two are alike.
Totally different. Yet they both would have the same reaction, and I know this because I taught them how to stab you in the neck with a fork. Number one. But here's the other thing. The problem I have with this is that the same people who were defending in your first 2 hours, which I loved, by the way, but the same people who are so disgusted and outraged in their car right now at this Louis C.K., a good percentage of them were the ones defending Roy Moore. So the problem with this entire topic is it is a political tribalism topic, right? If the guy's a Republican and he's a senator and he's in his 30s, who has a propensity to date teenagers, just stop there. You're a scumbag, Roy. Scumbag. You're in your 30s and you're dating a teenager. You're a scumbag from square one, just like Louis C.K.
Sean, that was normal 40 years ago, Sean.
Can I ask you a question?
I don't care.
Sean.
It's not normal 40 years
Sean,
ago.
I want to ask you a question. You went. What high school did you go to in Melrose Park? Did you go to Elmhurst High?
I went to St. Joe's.
Oh, St. Joe's.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Because sometimes people don't think you're smart and everything like that, but not highly educated. But yet you drew a Venn diagram for us. Did you realize that?
Did you just insult me? See, you better do it when we're on the phone because if I'm on the other side of that counter, this is where I pull your tongue out of your mouth. You don't have to go to Ivy League schools or have vowels on your or special names right? Third-generation legacies, to be able to figure out A to B. And this is the other thing about Alabama that I find. I've been to Alabama numerous times.
Me too.
Have you ever been there?
Yeah, I have.
It is. Here's the problem with Alabama. You got about 20% of the state that's beautiful. It's on a coast. I mean, it's really beautiful. It's got
Gulf Shores
phenomenal neighborhoods. And then you've got the rest of the state that promotes this kind of stupidity. Because I'm going to tell you something, Amy. It doesn't matter 40 years ago. You could go 400 years ago. When you're dating teenagers, it's wrong. You understand? That's why I don't like Mormons with their magic underpants. Stop with the teenager. Stop it.
All right. Thanks, Sean, for calling.
Sean, he drew a Venn diagram.
Yeah, but it
for
was
us.
legal.
It was wonderful.
I mean, that's what the whole problem with the Washington Post article is that they made it sound sinister that, and he met her at the jewelry kiosk in the mall during Christmas time.
She was 14.
This one was Santa's helper. No, but he went out with them when they were 16 to 18.
The other
That's
ones
legal. I know these other three.
But he did illegal things with them too. He served alcohol
No,
to somebody who was underage. Yes, he did. Yeah.
And when he kissed her, and that's as far as it went. Or they hugged the other one. Oh my God, hugging! Don't
Why are
hug
you
somebody.
defending
Because
bad
I'm not.
men?
I smell a rat. This is not. I do not believe this 14-year-old girl. I'm sorry. Who's now 53, 3 marriages. She said, she had bout with alcohol, addicted to drugs for a while, a suicide attempt when she was 16, and she's blaming it all on Roy Moore. Greg from Downers Grove, you joining us. Good morning, Greg. How are you? Greg?
Hello?
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 We're here. Can you hear us?
Hello. Hello, Downers Grove.
Greg?
This is Rick from Downers Grove.
Oh, hi. What?
Okay.
Speak.
I know he put Greg down, but anyhow, hey, does everybody know the downside of all this sexual harassment coming out of Hollywood? You're not going to see all these beautiful women in movies anymore because now they're going to have to rely on talent, acting ability.
Yeah, it's bad.
And
It's
all
bad.
Of a sudden, you're not going to see all these beautiful women on the big screen.
I'll tell you another thing, Rich.
Anybody realize that?
No, there is a downside. First of all, it takes predators like Harvey Weinstein to make the movies. Without Harvey Weinstein, Meryl Streep is nothing. Think about that. And
well, she's an accomplished actress.
No, she has praised Harvey
she
Weinstein like he is God. I'm telling you, these guys are awful. They're terrible. But
He
you're
never
going to
hit
see
on her.
you're going to see nothing but Marvel Comics movies for the rest of your life from Hollywood.
Yeah,
you're right, Rick. We need the predators.
Bruce, soon there's going to be no more movies, no more movie stars, no more directors, and no more politicians. That's how this is going to end. And anybody can level any accusation against anyone because of what happened with Roy Moore now. And I don't see it stopping anytime soon. Let's go to Chip, who joins us from beautiful St. Charles. Good morning, Chip. How are you?
I would like to talk about Monica Lewinsky, seeing as we're talking about these kinds of things this morning, and how the Monica Lewinsky story broke in that the New York Times and the Washington Post and all those places had the story, but they sat on it. And then a guy made his bones. A guy made his name. His name was Matt Drudge, and he broke the story. And I just find that this Roy Moore story coming out now is kind of strange. And that's my comment.
Yeah, but I don't understand, Chip, because it sounds like you're upset with them for coming out with a Roy Moore story. I mean, I understand that the liberal media are biased, and that's a good case that you can make for it, because is there selective outrage among the liberal media? But, Matt Drudge came up with that story, and now the Washington Post has come up with this story. The question is, are the stories true?
Well, here's the thing. I think Roy Moore hangs on until one of these ladies, especially Lee Korfman, if she goes on camera with any person, then I think he's toast.
You're listening to Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson on AM 560. The Answer.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
We are so thrilled with this product. He was literally getting up, laying on the couch, and falling asleep. He's so alert. It's amazing, totally amazing. This is a great product. His sodium levels have been low for, I would say, maybe close to 20 years. He's normal now, and this is the first time, and I can't even thank you enough.
What are you waiting for? Good health is only a phone call away. Don't miss your opportunity to get a free month's supply of Balance of Nature. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Call 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com.
Use promo code Chicago. That's promo code Chicago. Order today.
As flu season approaches, you know how to protect yourself against colds and viruses, but do you know how to protect your computer network? Ransomware, viruses, hacks, and intrusions can cripple your company's computer network, stopping business in an instant. Is your network safe and protected? Can your data be restored easily? If not, you need to make an appointment with Turnkey IT today. Turnkey IT provides frontline security for your network and its data. So if there's an email attachment, open an error, or network intruder, Turnkey IT immediately knows and remedies the situation. They'll arm your network with cutting-edge antivirus, disaster recovery, and proactive monitoring software systems to stop virus outbreaks before they have a chance to spread. Over the phone or in person, Turnkey IT is your network safeguard against this season's worst bugs. See what a dose of Turnkey's proactive support can do for you. It's easy. Visit turnkey.pro today. That's turnkey.pro.
Despite President Trump's repeated requests, Senate Republicans failed again to repeal Obamacare. If you're tired of calling a bureaucrat at an 800 number to help you navigate Obamacare, then you need a local expert on your side. That's right, your own health insurance mentor. C. Stephen Tucker, C.S. Tucker, from healthinsurancementors.com is someone I know and trust. He's a 20-year licensed broker who's been educating AM 560 listeners on the Affordable Care Act for the past 6 years.
Thanks, Dan. ACA open enrollment is now only 45 days long. From November 1st to December 15th, you cannot be denied coverage based on a pre-existing condition. And depending on your income, you may find a more affordable plan. With narrow networks, even fewer choices, and higher deductibles, now more than ever, you need an expert to help you gain access to the best hospitals and specialists available. Call me. I can help.
Thanks, Steve. How can our listeners get in touch with you?
They can visit healthinsurancementors.com or call me directly at 630-674-1551. That's 630-674-1551. 1551.
This is John Greenhut, and if your teeth are stained from coffee, tea, or smoking, Power Swabs is the answer. In 5 minutes, you'll see 2 shades whiter teeth, and in 7 days, 6 shades. Even better, there's no messy strips or trays that you'll have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes, and you're done. To try Power Swabs, call 1-800-679-0969. Your bright white smile will have your friends talking about how great you look. Try it risk-free. 1-800-679-0969. That's 1-800-679-0969.
This is a court-ordered notice. Current and former Honda and Nissan owners or lessees can receive payments and other benefits from a legal settlement related to allegedly defective Takata airbags in their vehicles. To see if your vehicle is included and to file a claim, go to autoairbagsettlement.com or call 1-888-735-5596. That's autoairbagsettlement.com or 1-888-735-5596.
Roof is needy?
Call Crumweedy.
Roof is leaky?
Call Crumweedy.
Shingles are curly?
Call Crumweedy.
Roof isn't right after it's stormy?
Call Crumweedy.
Here comes winter. Well, soon. This is Mark Olson.
And Greg Olson of Crumweedy.
A third-generation family business.
We're conservative just like you.
We've been doing Chicagoland roofs since 1953.
Really good roofs.
The difference is installation.
Hey, we know that. That's why we follow the manufacturer specifications, so your warranty is totally intact.
A lot of companies don't do that, and that could void your warranty.
Hate the high pressure?
Not from us.
We give you multiple options. Then you choose.
A roof that lasts at a fair price.
We fix roof problems.
When your roof is needy,
call Crumweedy.
We say call. How about the number?
630-595-8020. 630-595-8020.
MyRoofIsNeedy.com. Hey, do it now. Get it done before the winter comes.
Crumweedy. We fix roof problems.
AM 560. The Answer.
I'm going to play the Edmund Fitzgerald song. Anniversary of the sinking of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
I like to call it the Eddie Fitzgerald.
And also, happy birthday, Marine Corps. Veterans Day being observed today. Later on in the show, we're going to have the founder of Pizzas for Patriots, Kent Evans, because Mark Evans, I don't know if you know, he passed away.
Oh.
Yeah, he was a good friend of the show, but they're still doing the good work.
Can I ask a
in
question?
honor of their father.
Is the Pizza for Patriots Papa John's Pizza? Because they're against the NFL. I think Pizza for Patriots should use Papa John Pizza.
We'll bring
Am
that
I right
up.
about that? Maybe Lou Malnati's a neutral. I'm not sure.
I'm starving, by the way. Did you bring me any food? You were supposed to bring me food, Bruce. You're supposed to bring me story ideas and food, and you gave me nothing.
I'm a feral cat, and I'm supposed to bring you a rat.
Yes, feral cats. Let's quickly go to Holly, who joins us from Hudson. Good friend of the show. Now, Holly is somebody that I tweet back and forth with.
Me too.
All right. Hi, Holly. How are you?
Morning. Love the show.
Thank you.
I would like to say I'm old enough to remember when you and Bruce also smelled a rat in that cop case north of Chicago that you said was a suicide. So I want to believe your instincts in this, Amy, except for this. I put Roy Moore and Tom Perez, my creep-o-meter goes like to 9.
I know.
I actually think that there's some truth to this, and I predict he will go down. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. But I mean...
No, that's all right. That's
Holly.
Hey, Holly. But you know what, though? All right, so he's been married for 35-plus years to a woman who he met during that time frame, because all this happened between 1979, allegedly, and 1981. And his wife is 14 years younger. So she was about 17, 18 at the time that they got married.
But he has been married for over 3 decades now, so he's done his time, kind of like Bo Bergdahl did in captivity, and we showed clemency to him. So let us, I pray to you, if you could show clemency for Bo Bergdahl, why not for Roy Moore?
All right.
Sorry.
Thanks, Holly, for the phone call. Coming up on Chicago's Morning Answer, former Vice President Joe Biden regrets that he's not president. But first, let's go into the newsroom and say good morning to Jim Telemonte, who's filling in, doing both traffic, weather, and he's going to change the light bulb on the tower after the show as well.
All right, Amy, good morning. Good morning, Bruce. It's 19 degrees in Chicago this morning, 7:31 on AM 560. The Answer. President Trump is in Vietnam today. He's pushing fair trade at the Asia-Pacific Summit.
I am always going to put America first, the same way that I expect all of you in this room to put your countries first.
White House officials say the president believes Alabama Senate candidate Roy Moore will do the right thing and step aside if sexual misconduct allegations against Moore are true. 4 women told the Washington Post Moore groped, kissed, and pursued them when they were teenagers and he was in his 30s. 2 former Chicago-based comedians are among the 5 women accusing comedian Louis C.K. of sexual misconduct. As the allegations broke yesterday, HBO has cut ties with C.K. The Joliet man is accused of killing a woman with his vehicle last week in Bolingbrook. Police say Eduardo Avila Jr. was driving late Saturday when he hit Tricia Hoyt on Frontage Road near Lawton Lane. A warrant has been issued for Eduardo Avila's arrest. Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker is scheduled to sign an agreement today for Foxconn to build a massive plant in Racine County. The Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation approved a deal this week that would provide nearly $3 billion in incentives to the manufacturer from Taiwan. The facility is expected to provide up to 13,000 jobs. News is a service of Napa Auto Parts. This month, Pennzoil Full Synthetic Motor Oil is on sale for $4.99 a quart at any participating Napa Auto Parts store. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how. General States prices do not include state and local taxes or recycling fees. Offer expires 12/31/17. AM 560 News Time 7:33. How about his traffic? The Answer in 2 minutes. AM 560, The Answer.
Dennis Prager delivers the news you will not hear anywhere else.
The vast majority of Americans don't know the things that I report to you every day. They have no idea of what is happening to their society. They don't. 99% of the country doesn't know any of this stuff. It's quite the problem. That's why we have to make this stuff known.
The Dennis Prager Show. Weekdays at 11, right before Sean Hannity at 2 on AM 560. The Answer.
It's that season again. Get a head start on Black Friday at Cabela's pre-Black Friday sale. Plus, enjoy 14 days of incredible daily deals. Shop in store and online at Cabela's.com.
2 strong banking teams have united to help you continue to grow your business with the same dedication and even more opportunities. And we have a new name. The private bank is now CIBC. The same team you know and trust now brings deeper resources, global banking reach, and the power to help your business seize new opportunities. Our name may have changed, But our commitment to your business is now stronger than ever. Visit us at cibc.com/US. Member FDIC.
Life should be an adventure, and so should your health. It's another can't-miss Health Quest radio show this Saturday morning. Dr. David Kolbaba.
You're eating too much food. You get it? We're eating too much food, and whether eating too much food causes kidney stones or diabetes or obesity, it don't matter. We're eating about 75% too much food because you're not moving your body. If you moved your body more, you could eat more, but you're not, so don't.
Create your adventure in health. Tune into Health Quest Radio every Saturday morning at 11 on AM 560. The Answer.
In the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center, we see pretty heavy delays on the northbound tri-state this morning from Harlem to the Hinsdale Oasis and farther north from Reagan Tollway to North Avenue. The Adams and Reagan Tollways are fine. Northbound Veterans Memorial, slow Boughton to the Reagan Tollway and Roosevelt to St. Charles. Edens is 20 minutes either way between Lake Cook and Montrose. Kennedy, 30 minutes O'Hare to downtown, outbound 36. The Eisenhower, 51 minutes from 390 to downtown, outbound 39 minutes. Stevenson, 59 minutes, 355 to Lakeshore Drive, outbound 37. Ryan, 22 minutes, 95th to downtown, I-57, 20 from I-80 to the Verge, Bishop 425. Northwest Indiana's fine. Traffic is a service of Cabela's. It's that season again. Get a head start on Black Friday. Cabela's free Black Friday sale. Get $40 off Cabela's exclusive Muck Field Blazer boots and O2 Camo. Plus, enjoy 14 days of incredible daily deals. Shop in-store and online at Cabela's.com. More of Chicago's Morning Answer comes your way next. Now your official Chicagoland forecast. Flurries this morning, chance for a little accumulation. High today of 32 with a mix of clouds and sun. Tonight's low 26. Tomorrow, cloudy and cold, high 39. For Sunday, a bit of snow and rain in the morning, a high of 39. Right now, it's 19 degrees at O'Hare. The next news update comes your way at 8 o'clock. Continuous coverage of the latest news, traffic, and weather at 560theanswer.com. Now, more of Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560, The Answer.
This hourly segment is brought to you by Kelly Financial Services, helping you secure your financial future today. Visit kellyfinancialservicesinc.com.
The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down of the big lake they call Gitchigumi.
4.
The lake, it is said, never gives up her dead when the skies of November turn gloomy. If you could read my mind, love, would a load of mine word is anything more than the Edmund Fitzgerald weighed empty. Hi-yo. That good ship and true was a bone to be chewed when the gates of November came early.
This goes on for 85 verses.
Okay, all right.
Hey, shut up! Shut up, Gordon Lightfoot. Listen, it was 29 people died in the Edmund
I know,
Fitzgerald,
it was
and I feel
40
sad about that. But you know how many people died in the
42
Eastland
years ago.
disaster? How many people died in the Eastland disaster? They didn't do a song like this, Gordon Lightfoot, for the Eastland disaster.
Well, the Eastland sank right in the Chicago River, and people were getting on it, and they're like, whoa, and then all of a sudden, whoa, and they all had their Sunday bests on, and they all
Well,
died
where's
in the
Gordon
Chicago
Lightfoot's
River.
song for this?
Well, it's not. Did you just roll up your Gordon Lightfoot song?
If you could read my mind, love, what a thing my thought could tell.
Just like
a paperback novel, the kind the drugstore sells. When you reach the part where the heartaches come, the hero would be me. Heroes often fail. Ready for the harmonizing. But you could read that book again. Harmonize
You know
with
what?
me.
Who wanted to be the hero?
Thank you.
Was Joe Biden. Joe Biden regrets that he's not president.
I have a regret that I am not president because I think there's so much opportunity. I think America is so incredibly well positioned.
And he might come back in 2020. He did not rule it out. He sat down with Oprah. Oprah.
I thought she was running for president.
No, she's not going to run his side. But still, he thinks that if he ran against Trump, he would have beaten him.
Oprah, no woman or man should announce they're running for president unless they can answer two questions. Yeah. One, do they truly believe they're the most qualified person for that moment? I believed I was. But was I prepared to be able to give my whole heart, my whole soul, and all my attention to the endeavor? And I knew I wasn't.
That's because his son Bo had recently passed away, and he wanted to take care of his grandkids. And but it's a regret. And here's how he feels about President Trump.
Did any one of you ever think that you would see folks coming out from under rocks and out of the fields with torches carrying swastikas, and then have those who were protesting compared as a moral equivalent to those people. Folks, this is eating at the fabric of this country.
Don't rule out Joe Biden in 2020. I think he's going to run. It sounded like it. Because I watched the interview, so you didn't have to.
Thank you. Which is more creepy? Louis C.K. not touching anyone, but yes, nonetheless pleasuring himself in front of women. Or Joe Biden's creepy touching of women all the time.
I know. With
It's
that,
really
let's go to
creepy.
Mark, who joins us in Valparaiso. Good morning, Mark. How are you?
Yeah, I would have loved to have had some commercials if Biden would have run it, but him, smelling the girls and touching them and trying to get close to them, and those have been great commercials.
Mark, did you know that?
I wish he would have ran.
Mark, did you know that 844 people died on the Eastland, 22 entire families, and Gordon Lightfoot didn't do a song about that?
They should have known when they got on the boat and it was rocking a little. That's when you get off the boat.
Is it their own
Thanks,
fault?
Mark, for your time. Well, I mean, had they ever been on a boat before? You don't overcross the boat because things capsize. Like Guam. If you put too many people on
Absolutely. Thank you,
it's
Senator Hank Johnson.
It's
or
going to
whatever he was.
capsize.
Yeah.
Joe Biden getting a little comfy with Oprah. Had this.
I wanted to be that person who was, no matter what happened, just got back up.
But he wanted to be people's hero.
You know how much money he wasted because he had to take the train? And you know how much expense there was
He
so that he
wanted
could do
to
the
spend
PR
time
thing?
with his family.
No, Joe Biden was taking the train back
I
and
know,
forth.
because he wanted every night after his wife and daughter died in a car crash, he promised his two sons and Jill, I want to be home every night with you guys.
Do you know how much
I don't fault
us?
him.
It cost us for him to take the train back and forth?
Of all the government spending that was going on, you're going to pick on that? Because he took the
I would
Amtrak
have rather
train home
spent
every
it on
night?
Donald Trump playing golf and lying about his golf score, saying he shot at 68.
He does. Oh, by the way, did you read that Sports Illustrated article about President Trump? First of all,
does he cheat?
Oh, yeah.
Obviously he does.
No. Yeah, because not only taking a breakfast ball, which he takes a number of mulligans.
He takes a
always,
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
No. He always moves his ball into a better lie position.
Yeah.
That's called cheating.
Winter rules. Look, I'm sure that he's not counting all the strokes. I've seen his swing on tape.
It's
and
awful. His swing is horrible.
It's okay.
No, it's not. You got to stay more grounded. He's lifting up his left foot. I don't like it.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Bobby Jones did that, albeit with a hickory shaft. But the thing is like
got your hickory
he's at best he's 15 to 20 handicap. That's not bad, but that's not somebody who shoots a 68. And Lindsey Graham actually lied for him and said Trump shot a 73.
Oh, I know. He's a great golfer. I do believe Mr. Trump, President Trump, is an amazing golfer. I think he's so sweet. That Southern Belle.
This is the morning show more Chicago radio listeners are choosing. This is Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
Yeah, I'm victim blaming East Lynn families. 22 of them knocked out, 844 people dead. Did you ever see the footage of that?
I can't look. I don't like Gapers blocks. We'll get to the traffic in a second, but first, today, snow showers likely mainly before 10 a.m., mostly cloudy, then gradually becoming sunny with a high near 32, increasing clouds overnight with a low of around 26. Saturday, mostly cloudy with a high near 40, a 50% chance of rain overnight, mainly after midnight cloudy with a low around 37. It's Sunday, mostly cloudy with a high near 42, partly cloudy overnight with a low around 35. And now for a check of traffic, here is Jim Telemonte.
Thank you, Cliff. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Amy. Got some traffic signal issues around the suburbs. It's cold. Things aren't working necessarily. So expect congestion in Mundelein at 176 and Midlothian Road and in Des Plaines at Gulf Road and East River Road. Lights are either not working or flashing red. Eden's just 20 minutes either way between Lake Cook and Montrose to Kennedy. Just 30. O'Hare to downtown. Locals quicker than the express right now. Outbound 36 minutes to the airport. The Eisenhower. 51 minutes, 390 to downtown. Outbound 39. Stevenson, 59 minutes, 355 to Lakeshore Drive. Outbound 37. Ryan, 22 minutes, 95th to the Loop. Northbound Tri-State. Pretty big delays from 95th to the Hinsdale Oasis and from the Reagan Tollway to North Avenue. Veterans Memorial slow Boughton to the Reagan Tollway. Roosevelt to St. Charles. The other tollways are good. No delays to report in Northwest Indiana. This is Veterans Day weekend, so veterans ride free on the South Shoreline this weekend. Jim Talamonte in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center.
Hey guys, Ken here from the hit podcast Today's Growth. Who would win a 3-mile bicycle race, an 11-year-old girl or last year's winner of the Tour de France? It all depends on the bicycle. It depends on their vehicle. Both on a 10-speed and the pro racer is going to win every time. But put the racer on a tricycle and the 11-year-old wins every time. You see, it's not the driver, it's the vehicle. When it comes to generating revenue, it's exactly the same. If you have a job or a small business, you are riding a tricycle. You can only go so fast. If you need to make up lost ground, it's not going to happen on a tricycle. No matter how fast you pedal, it's simply not going to win the race. Why do many people with no schooling and no advanced degree often become very wealthy? Simple. They choose to only ride 10 speeds. When it comes to helping people create their next revenue model, both Forbes and Inc. recommend Income Store as a can't miss when it comes to putting people on a 10-speed. Could your household or business use an additional revenue model that doesn't solely depend on you? If so, you need to check out IncomeStore.com. That's IncomeStore.com.
Did you know 40% of all cancer could be prevented? That's a fact. Along with maintaining appropriate body weight and regular exercise, the American Institute for Cancer Research and the USDA confirm that eating 9 to 11 servings of fruits and vegetables every day is the key. Now ask yourself, am I at risk? How many servings of fruits and vegetables did I eat today? Balance of Nature has solved this problem and provides an easy and affordable way to consume over 10 servings of 31 different whole fruits and vegetables every day.
Call now to find out how to get your free month's supply of Balance of Nature. Call 800-2468-751. That's 800-2468-751. Call now, 800-2468-751, or go online to balanceofnature.com. Use promo code Chicago.
This is Dan Proft with 60 Seconds of Sanity, sponsored by Upstream-Ideas.com. America's strength is that she's a free nation. Our weakness is we've stopped defending the foundations of our freedom. Non-behavioral characteristics like race and religion take precedence over shared beliefs as it relates to who is granted entrance to America, to the extent permission is required at all. This in spite of the fact that there is plenty of identity diversity that occurs naturally within a global population that shares a common commitment to peaceful pluralism. The temperature in K-12 is approaching Fahrenheit 451 as school districts move to ban literary masterworks like To Kill a Mockingbird because the language may offend. A recent survey of college undergrads finds 1 in 5 believes violence is acceptable to silence someone who makes a hurtful statement. Private property is seized by the state if you refuse to participate in events that violate your religious beliefs. You make too little, you make too much. You don't pay enough, you didn't build that. You need not apply. You must check your privilege. You must use these pronouns. You can't use those words. As Thomas Paine wrote, what we obtain too cheap, we esteem too lightly. It is dearness only that gives everything its value. If we continue to acquiesce to those who would cheapen our freedoms, we will all pay dearly.
AM 560, The Answer.
I left my cell phone at home, and it's really no way to live. I have to call my children. I have to call Michael Mann, because my friend Mary Ellen, she's coming to Freedom Summit tomorrow, and I got her a free ticket. I had one ticket. Are you going to Liberty Palooza tomorrow? Bruce? First of all, turn on your mic. We have a show to do. Now put on your headphones.
Liberty Palooza, of course I'm going to be there.
Yeah, Oliver North is going to be there.
Oh, okay.
Dinesh D'Souza.
Dinesh D'Souza. Yeah, sure. Is Ramesh Panaru going to be there? Okay.
So, yeah, that's tomorrow. And then a week from next Thursday is Thanksgiving already. Mm-hmm. And then after that, guess what we have?
It's funny because I'm having Thanksgiving with Dinesh D'Souza. Yes.
I'm spending my birthday
I may be eating
with Dinesh D'Souza.
I'm not sure.
Stop it. Thanksgiving, then right after Thanksgiving is Black Friday, and the shopping season begins. And with that, we welcome to the program Nancy Cummings. She's director of the LaGrange Business Association, and she's here to talk about Small Business Saturday because we always want to support our local businesses. Good morning, Nancy. How are you? Hello. It would help if I turned up her microphone. Hi, Nancy. You want to start that again? I'm sorry. I had you potted down.
I said good morning and greetings from LaGrange.
Yes, beautiful LaGrange. So tell our listeners what's happening in the southwest suburb in LaGrange for Small Business Saturday. When is it, and is it going to last through the month of December?
It is. Essentially, it is. Small Business Saturday is basically a national movement now that was started a long time ago by American Express, and now it's really been embraced by everyone across the country. But we are celebrating it on Saturday, November 27th. It's always the Saturday after. Saturday, November 25th. It's always the Saturday after Thanksgiving. And this is a time to celebrate the local merchants who contribute so much to your neighborhood. Here in LaGrange, all of our local merchants are coming together with doing a lot of special activities, special offers, refreshments, crafts, and a lot of reasons for people to come in and really celebrate the small and independent retailer that makes such a difference in our communities.
You know, I have a vested interest in LaGrange, Nancy, because I score an invitation to the LaGrange Country Club for golf every year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I do.
Isn't
you want me to
important?
divulge names here?
No.
Who I golfed with this year? I'll just throw one out. Pat Brady, former Illinois Republican chairman.
Not Pat Brady.
Yeah, that Pat Brady.
The Pat Brady from Bloomington.
That is how much
He's so dreamy.
That is how much I matter in LaGrange. So I just wanted, Nancy, I just wanted you to know how important I am.
You are a big
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah, I that's what I heard.
LaGrange and everywhere.
Yeah, that's what I hear. Thanks a lot. Flattery will get you everywhere. Here's the question. Why is it important to shop small and support local businesses?
I think that the important thing to remember for people is when you are supporting a small business, you are really supporting somebody's dream. And so when you make your purchases and you do your shopping, you have a choice to make. And you can either do it online and support a large corporate conglomerate where you're never going to see that money come back to your community, or you can support a small business owner who is really contributing a lot back in the form of payroll taxes and in the form of jobs and in the form of great service and merchandise that you can't get. I think when you shop at a local retailer, when you shop here in LaGrange, for example, not only are you supporting someone's dream, but you're creating memories, and that's what the holidays are all about. You can click a mouse and have a brown package delivered to your door, or you can go to a destination like LaGrange and really experience the holidays as they were meant to be.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. How do you compete with Amazon?
I want to answer
really,
this
because it's so much easier.
I want to answer this before Nancy
Oh, is he
does.
still talking?
It's a whole community
still here?
thing. It's a whole community thing. That's what you're talking about, Nancy. Is like we've lost all the spirit when we're just sitting there in our isolation booths and just doing things online. Sure, it's rapid, but you want to get the whole gestalt, the whole experience of getting out there. By the way, did you know that I also played golf at LaGrange Country Club with
Nancy, he's insufferable. No,
with
you were so insufferable.
John Lesage was my host.
Gosh.
Okay, because I want to score that invitation every year. But Nancy, tell us why it's better than doing this online jazz.
Well, and I don't think anyone is naive. Amazon has changed how the world works. It's changed e-commerce. It's changed how we buy things. We all recognize that. But what I'm here to say is just redirect a portion of your spending in the holidays to where it's going to make a difference, not only for you and the people that you love, but for your own communities. And really get out and slow down, step away from your screen. It's not all about how cheap you're getting something and how fast you can get something and if it can be delivered to your door with free shipping, but do you want to go in and feel it and touch it and look at the merchant and let the store owner talk to you about the specifics of this particular item, why it's handmade, why it benefits people from third world countries, and experience the holidays as they were meant to be experienced. And that's what we're all about. That's what Small Business Saturday is all about.
And it's so strange, Nancy, because I know I've been living under a rock. I recently just started ordering items online because I never do it. And the quality of it is not what you think it's going to be. So I think, shopping in person and at small businesses is really the way to go because you get that one-on-one attention.
It is, and what communities are doing, what we're doing, for example, here in LaGrange, is taking it beyond shopping, taking it beyond one day, and making it a whole season of activities. So, for example, we are hosting holiday scavenger hunts on Sundays in December, on selected Sundays, where you can download a mobile app to your phone. They'll be given clues, and you can sort of dash around to the different merchants and the different restaurants in LaGrange to answer these clues, take pictures on your phone, and the first team back with the most points.
Hey, what did you do? You knocked... what did you end the debate? You can't. Did you call for cloture here?
I
mean,
didn't
what is
touch
the problem?
anything.
You just knocked
Nancy
Cummings.
I'm so sorry.
The executive director of the LaGrange Business Association, off the air, and we should tell everybody that Small Business Saturday is November 25th this year in LaGrange. She's talked about how wonderful it is. Do some local shopping. Get the Christmas spirit. Be around with everybody. Don't do everything online. And there's some really hot holiday items they have this year in LaGrange. And I think I've secured a spot at
my
LaGrange
gosh.
Country Club again next year for a golf outing.
Nancy, thank you so much. That was all my fault, and I'm so sorry. But she did join us on our turnkey.pro answer line.
Listen to Dan and Amy on your smartphone. Download the AM560 mobile app today at 560theanswer.com/mobile.
Signature Bank is Chicago's fastest growing independently owned business bank. It's a bank where relationships still matter. Signature Bank knows your name and your story. I'm Dan Proft, and I know this because Signature Bank is my business bank.
I'm Gina Labus, President and CEO of Mid-States Glass and Metal and a customer of Signature Bank since 2011. As we expanded our business into all aspects of the glass and metal industry, we needed a bank who could grow along with us. That's when we met Mick O'Rourke, co-founder of Signature Bank. Mick and his team took the time to understand the ebbs and flows of our business. They worked with us to find a solution that would support our growth. Mid-States Glass and Metal is proud to work with Signature Bank because they support Chicagoland women-owned businesses like mine.
Signature Bank is looking for their next success story. To learn more about turning your business vision into reality, visit signaturebank.bank. Signature Bank, helping local businesses succeed. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
What if you could enjoy total peace of mind when it comes to home security? What if the best technology came from a local company who puts the customer's needs first? Alarm Detection Systems is the right choice for an alarm system with complete control from your phone or tablet. Know when your children arrive home from school. View live streaming video. Check up on your pets. Receive alerts for extreme temperatures. Know if leaks or floods have been detected. Get real-time text alerts sent to your phone. Family-owned and operated since 1968, Alarm Detection Systems understands that nothing is more important than the safety of your family. Your security system will be monitored by our central station in Aurora, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Alarm Detection Systems is an authorized Honeywell equipment dealer. Our on-site security consultation is always free. Visit adsalarm.com or call 630-844-6322. That's 630-844-6322. Alarm license number 127000143.
Hello, everyone, and here we go again with Karen Lewis and the Chicago Teachers Union demanding more money from the Chicagoland taxpayers. Well, I say enough is enough. The teachers get paid from the property taxes that homeowners pay every year. If the Teachers Union gets more money, that means your property taxes are going to go higher. This is Tom Mirabali, your health insurance advocate and independent representative for Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois and other health insurance carriers. For months now, I have been telling you about purchasing health savings account PPO plans that will cost you approximately 40% less in monthly premiums than you're currently paying now. Well, the same thing applies to the Teachers Union. I can show the union that they can purchase a more comprehensive health insurance plan that is in full compliance with the Affordable Care Act and will cost the taxpayers up to 40% less in monthly health insurance premiums. For more information, you can call me at 630-863-3477. That's 630-863-3477.
AM 560, The Answer.
Let's go to line 4.
It's my birthday
if I
too,
can do
yeah.
this. I'm having a hard time here.
I feel like I'm at Showbiz Pizza right now. The Bears are playing. Say it's your birthday.
I can't say Harvey because I think it's my dad. Hi, Dad.
Hey, Amy, happy birthday, a day early.
Thank you.
Hi, Harvey. How are you?
Hey.
Mr. Jacobson, how are you?
Oh, you can call me
Harvey? Okay. Hi, Harvey.
I've been called worse than
How's your
that.
golf game, Harvey? Are you still playing out there? How's your golf game this
Yeah,
year?
I played every day this week so far except today, and
yeah, it's a little
doing
cold.
fine. How about yours?
I shot a 78 at Strawberry Creek. Of course, I took a
Was
breakfast
that a
ball.
President Trump 78
yeah, I took
or a real
breakfast,
78?
I took a breakfast ball on my penultimate shot, which you're not supposed to do. So, yeah, it
Hey,
wasn't.
why don't you two go golfing
We
together
should.
sometime?
We
Dad,
should.
you should have
Next
them out at
year.
your club. What do
Next
you mean
year.
next year? Man up and yeah. Because
Okay.
next week it's gonna be warm again, so you guys
I would
should-
love to play with you.
All right, I'll hook you two up.
Thank you, Harvey.
You want to play at the Arboretum on?
Let's see.
There you go.
I think Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are supposed.
Isn't it going to be? We'll figure out the day.
Well, I'll
We'll
let
play.
you two figure that out. But thanks, Dad. I love you. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you, And it's your birthday?
Same here. Say a happy birthday to Andrew, and we would sing happy birthday to you, but we forgot the words.
Okay. Thanks, Dad.
Amy.
Yeah,
So you're like what?
29.
Yeah.
Yeah, 11/11 tomorrow. Today's Bunky's birthday. My dog. He turns 2. Who cares? And then it's my son's birthday as well tomorrow. We had the same birthday. Isn't that sweet? Best birthday gift I ever got. Now let's go into the newsroom. Jim Telemonte doing it all today. Here he is.
Hell, thanks, Amy. Hope you and Andrew and Bunky have a wonderful birthday weekend. We have news on the Chicago Blackhawks' new rink. WIND Chicago News Time, 8 o'clock.
One goal, two plans. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Republicans have rolled out versions of tax reform in the House and Senate, where Democratic leader Chuck Schumer says the GOP has boxed itself in.
They lose if they pass it. They lose if they don't pass it.
Fox's Rachel Sutherland is live in Washington.
Dave, there are significant differences between the two plans. The House version keeps some state and local tax deductions, while the Senate plan scraps them entirely. The Senate plan also delays the rollout of the 20% corporate tax rate until 2019, while it starts right away under the House bill. Republican Senator Pat Toomey explains.
If you kick that in immediately on day one, there's more lost revenue than if you wait a year. That's the main driver.
The student loan deduction is spared in the Senate plan, while the House plan gets rid of it. Dave.
Rachel, a month before our voters in Alabama elect a new senator, Republican candidate Roy Moore is dealing with allegations of sexual misconduct. 4 accusers from years ago. One was 14 and says it happened in 1979. The White House says if the allegations are true, Moore will do the right thing and step aside, but...
More tweeting, fighting back. The Obama-Clinton machine's liberal media lapdogs just launched the most vicious and nasty round of attacks against me I've ever faced. We are in the midst of a spiritual battle, he says, with those who want to silence our message.
That's Fox's Ed Henry. An updated bulletin from Homeland Security warning us that terrorists keep urging recruits to target public places with vehicles, guns, knives, bombs, or poison, and warning militants have used battlefield experience to improve their use of weaponized drones. President Trump's in Vietnam, where he told Asian leaders at an economic summit,
"From this day forward, we will compete on a fair and equal basis. We are not going to let the United States be taken advantage of anymore."
The president says he's willing to work out trade deals with countries that are fair and reciprocal. Fox News, fair and balanced.
Good morning. It's 19 degrees in Chicago. It's 8:02 on AM 560. The Answer. I'm Jim Talamonte in for Mike Scott this morning. City of Chicago officials have deployed over 200 snowplows. The city's first snowfall of the season. The updated forecast is coming up. One man is dead after a fire in Joliet. Authorities say the blaze started early yesterday inside a 2-story home in the 300 block of South Chicago Street. Fire crews found Otis Bloodsaw's body inside the house. The cause is under investigation. No injuries are reported this morning after a house fire on Chicago's west side. The blaze happened in the 4900 block of West Cortez. The Chicago Blackhawks have officially opened the team's new practice rink on the west side. Hawks owner Rocky Wirtz says the facility will give young people a chance to learn about hockey and healthy living.
A 360 approach to these young adults. That's health, fitness, and obviously the physical side of it. But that's what you're going to see today. You're going to see more than just coming in and learning how to skate. You're going to see how is health, how does fitness, how does that all tie into what we're doing.
Elementary school children in Illinois are going to get plenty of practice with cursive handwriting. The Illinois Senate Wednesday overrode Governor Rauner and approved a cursive mandate for students. Supporters say cursive helps with brain development. New dash cam footage shows a Chicago police officer shooting a man to death after the officer was pinned against his police SUV. This was in September on the Northwest Side. The Civilian Office of Police Accountability released video of Juan Flores backing an SUV into the officer, who then opened fire. Flores died at the scene. The officer was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. Chicago sports. Blackhawks lost to the Flyers last night, 3-1 in Philly. The Bulls are home tonight against the Pacers. Bears and Packers play Sunday at Soldier Field. College football, NIU blasted Ball State last night, 63-17 at Husky Stadium. And the college hoop season is about to start. Northern Illinois, Loyola, Northwestern, the Illini are all home tonight. Time now for the AM 560 Business Beat from the Fox Business Network. Here's Ginny Casola.
From the Fox Business Network, Uber's chief executive says the company will continue to lose money in the U.S. for the next 6 months because of competition from Lyft. Dara Khosrowshahi says the U.S. is very, very competitive right now. Uber also has lost an appeal in the United Kingdom. and its drivers will be considered employees, not independent contractors. Separately, Uber is appealing the loss of its operating license in London. It can continue running its cars during the appeals process. Overstock.com could be opening stores. The company also could be sold. Analyst Tom Forte says Overstock is looking at options for its business, including selling it. Tomorrow is Veterans Day. Dunkin' Donuts is thanking those who serve with a free donut of their choice. To collect your free donut, just show your military ID. The Dow was down 101 points yesterday. With the Fox Business Report, I'm Ginny Cosola.
AM 560 News Time is 8:05. Traffic in 2 minutes on AM 560, The Answer.
Ever wonder how marketing got so complicated? When you're a large company with a national presence, you expect things like the execution of marketing materials, displays, and branded merchandise to just work. But marketing departments are buried in figuring out how to get displays to stores while fielding calls from frustrated customers and salespeople, instead of focusing on the next big idea to stay ahead of the curve. It's tough to grow a business that way. Madden has a different method. They take on the day-to-day project management, procurement, logistics, and customer service, letting your team focus on innovation. Madden is the expert in promotional marketing and merchandising. They take the most complex campaigns and make them simple to execute and manage. And it can save you up to 35% in total process improvement for your marketing and supply chain. Get in touch with Madden today and make your complex promotions and marketing campaigns simple. It's time to get focused. All the info you need to get started is at Madden.com. Madden.com.
All money managers may seem pretty much the same. But while some money managers may recommend high commission investment products, Fisher Investments avoids them. Some money managers may have hidden and layered fees. Fisher Investments never does. And while some money managers are happy to earn commissions from you, whether you do well or not, Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when you do better. In other words, we're structured to be on your side. Maybe that's why most of our clients come to us from other money managers. Talk with us and find out why so many experienced investors are switching to and staying with Fisher Investments. Fisher Investments, clearly better money management. Investments in securities involve the risk of loss. Visit us at FisherInvestments.com to find out what we can do for you.
In the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center at 8:07, the Edens clear inbound, 19 minutes. Lake Cook to Montrose outbound 20. Kennedy inbound, slow Irving Park to the Hubbard Tunnel. 32 minutes, O'Hare to downtown takes a little longer in the express lanes. Outbound 36 minutes to the airport. The Eisenhower, 47 minutes, 390 to downtown, 32 from Mannheim. Outbound 56 to 390, jammed Austin to St. Charles after a crash. Stevenson, 355 to Lakeshore Drive, it's 51 minutes, outbound 35. The Ryan, 23 minutes, 95th to the Loop. Northbound Tri-State, heavy, 95th to the Hinsdale Oasis, and from the Reagan Tollway to North Avenue. Veterans Memorial, slow Boughton to the Reagan Tollway, and Butterfield to St. Charles. The other tollways are good. Northwest Indiana is just fine. More of Chicago's Morning Answer comes your way next. Now your official Chicagoland forecast. Here's meteorologist Kevin Snyder.
After an early flurry, clouds and sun continue throughout the day, high 33. Some clouds for tonight with a low 26, then cloudy skies tomorrow, high 39. Bit of rain at night, low 34. A little rain for Sunday, high 40. I'm Kevin Snyder on AM 560, The Answer.
Right now, 21 at O'Hare. Your next news update is at 8:30. Continuous coverage of the latest news, traffic, and weather at 560theanswer.com. Chicago's Morning Answer continues now on AM 560, The Answer.
This hourly segment is brought to you by the IRS Radio Hour with attorney Stephen Leahy every Sunday afternoon at 5 on AM 560, The Answer.
This is Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson on AM 560, The Answer.
I'm already there. Take a look around. I'm the sunshine in your hair. I'm the shadow on the ground.
Today is November 10th, the day before Veterans Day, and we're playing that song because Sergeant Mark Evans, that was his favorite song, and every time we played it, he would cry. Mark Evans was the founder of Pizza for Patriots, but he passed away a few months ago, and he was a great friend of the show. and just a great guy. He was, he was a character. He was out there, but his heart was always in the right place. He always wanted to help those in need, help the military to have a taste of home. And he did it in the form of sending pizzas overseas. And now his son, Kent, has graciously taken over the Pizzas for Patriots. He's the founder also because he's the one who gave his father the idea. And Kent now joins us on our Turnkey.pro answer line. Good morning, Kent. How are you?
Good morning, Amy. Happy birthday. That song brought tears to my eyes.
I know.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, but just tell us about how you gave the idea to your father to start Pizzas for Patriots.
Well, in 2008, Amy, my dad and I were watching Fox News. I was 15 years old, and at the time we were at the height of the insurgency in Iraq and Afghanistan. And I don't know what sparked the thought, but I began to think about the logistics of really how any entity could feed thousands of troops good meals overseas feasibly. And I asked them what they were eating when they were deployed, and I remember it like it was yesterday, Amy. He shook his head with a bit of disgust and just said, Kent, they're only eating MREs out of bags, nothing like we're eating here tonight. And we were eating Lou Malnati's deep dish pizza at the time, and I asked him if we could ship some, and he always told me I could do anything I set my mind to. So he said, I don't see why not. And right away he called his friend at the Pentagon, and we had General David Petraeus' personal email. And at the time he was the director of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and we sent him a nice email, and we had permission within 12 hours.
Wow.
And, after that, it was time to figure out how to raise money to buy enough to make it worthwhile for the military shipment. And we called a few newspapers and radio shows, and from tremendous, generous public support, we had raised enough money to send 3,000 Lou's deep dish pizzas. And as you can imagine, shipping 3,000 fresh pizzas is a logistical nightmare. And when all you have is a hammer, every problem really has to look like a nail. And my father was a very large hammer. So we procured shipping through DHL with a guarantee that our pizzas would go from Chicago to the farthest outpost in Iraq and Afghanistan within 24 hours. And after completing our first shipment on the 4th of July in 2008, that was the inception of what we know today as Pizzas for Patriots.
Wow. Kent, thanks for doing all this. And first of all, I think you should take over the U.S. Postal Service while you're at it. But just give us some numbers, like how many pizzas, because it's an astronomical amount. How many have you delivered over the years here?
Well, we hold the world record in shipping pizzas overseas, the largest organized pizza party. We shipped 60,000 back in 2010. But so far to date, we've shipped over 200,000 pizzas. That's 1.5 million slices. We've almost fed 250,000 soldiers serving in combat zones overseas. But, we know not all wounds in war are visible, and it is still a tragedy today that 20 veterans a day take their own lives. So we must honor their good work with our own. And knowing no matter how much we do as citizens, our mission will never be complete. And it is our duty, it is our duty to honor our brave veterans for the sacrifices that they've made for us any way we can. So we also provide pizza parties to veterans hospitals across the country. This Veterans Day, we're delivering pizza parties to over 40 veterans hospitals from Florida to Alaska, New York to California. And it's mostly veterans residing in long-term care facilities, PTSD clinics, physical rehab, oncology units, blind centers, and homeless domiciliaries. And they'll be enjoying a fresh out-of-the-oven slice or two of pizza, sharing stories and laughter with their fellow brothers. So it's just a great program. And we're really it's been tough getting through the loss of my father, but we're really carrying on and carrying his legacy on, and it's a great program.
And today you're speaking at Elk Grove High School, I think in a few minutes, and then you're heading off to New York. What are you doing in New York?
Well, they're actually having us as guests of honor this year at the New York City Veterans Day Parade. We've been working very closely with the United Veterans War Council, and we're doing 4 or 5 VAs in New York City, so they're having us out, and We're going to walk in the parade with the veterans, go see the 9/11 memorial. It's going to be a really great experience, and we're looking forward to possibly making some new networks, new partners, and see how we can make this thing even bigger.
Because your big push is, Veterans Day is important, of course, and then Super Bowl Sunday is a big day because your dad was always like, they've got to watch Super Bowl, they have to have pizza, and then also on the 4th of July.
Yes. He really loved shipping pizzas for Super Bowl because, when you're home and with your family, Super Bowl is usually a pretty big event for everyone here in the United States. And, you sit down and have some pizza with your family or whatever meal you choose. But my dad loves pizza, and shipping pizzas overseas is something like they can't get anywhere else,
Yeah, Kent, look, I got a modest request here. I'd like to order 200,000 pizzas. I want 37,000 with a pepperoni, 33,000 with sausage. I would like 42,000 half cheese,
half sausage,
thick crust for the Super Bowl. Have I put my order in enough ahead of time?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so to donate, people should go to pizzas, 4patriots.com, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Pizzas, 4patriots.com. $10 will get a pizza all the way over in Iraq or Afghanistan. Wow. Or we're actively looking for more projects to do worldwide, nationwide. When the soldiers get this pizza, their eyes just light up because it's really a strong message from home that we're still thinking about them, and they're really not forgotten.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Kent. I know that your dad would be so proud of you. And I love your parents. They came on one of our listener trips, Bruce. But we've worked with your dad over the years, and really you're doing just a phenomenal job as being the voice and the head of Pizzas for Patriots. So thank you so much, Kent. We appreciate you.
Well, thank you, Miss Jacobson. I wish you a happy birthday, and I really thank you for having me on. It's a great honor. My father would be proud.
All right. Thanks, Kent, and God bless you. And Kent joined us on our Turnkey.Pro answer line.
It's what Chicago is talking about. It's Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy on AM 560. The Answer.
Coming up next, I'm a puddle over here. Coming up next, back to Roy Moore. Has he resigned yet? President Trump there's growing calls for him to step aside. But first, here's your forecast, and it is a chilly one.
Yes, today snow showers likely, mainly before 10 a.m., mostly cloudy, then gradually becoming sunny with a high near 32. Increasing clouds overnight with a low around 26. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy with a high near 40. A 50% chance of rain overnight, mainly after midnight, cloudy with a low around 37. And Sunday, mostly cloudy with a high near 42. Partly cloudy overnight with a low around 35. Now it's time for a check of traffic, and here is Jim Telemonte.
Thanks, Bruce and Amy. And on the South Shoreline this weekend, veterans ride for free, and 3 kids can ride with the veterans for free during the off-peak hours and throughout the weekend. Edens Expressway is delay-free at this hour. Kennedy inbound, heavy Addison to the Hubbard Tunnel, 42 minutes, O'Hare to downtown, 32 from Montrose, 27 the Express. So now the Express lanes are quicker. Outbound, it's 13 minutes to Montrose, 35 to the airport. The Eisenhower, it's 39 minutes, 390 to downtown, outbound 35. Stevenson, 51 minutes, 355 to the drive. Outbound 35. Ryan, 23 minutes, 95th to downtown. Only 1 or 2 minutes worth of delays on I-57 at the Bishop Ford. Southbound Lakeshore Drive, a little heavy, Irving Park to North Avenue. Northbound Tri-State, stop and go 75th to the Hinsdale Oasis. After the Reagan Tollway to the Eisenhower, the only other tollway delay is on the northbound Veterans Memorial, 75th to the Reagan Tollway. Northwest Indiana's clear. On Jim Talamonte, the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center.
With the holidays approaching, now's the perfect time to purchase 2 gifts and only pay for one, or give a gift and keep one for yourself. The MyPillow buy one, get one free offer is back. I urge you to go online or call now and take advantage by using the promo code AMY. You'll get the absolute best deal available. I'll tell you, this is a true story. I kid you not. My wife and I, just the other day, we were fighting over the MyPillow because she has one, and I don't know what I did with mine.
That's called foreplay. That's foreplay in the Wolf household.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my
gosh. We actually had
Stop it.
So she wanted her MyPillow. So, I got to take advantage of this. You get a great night's sleep by moving the fill to give you the support you need, regardless of your sleep position. And Amy will attest that she never wakes up with a stiff neck or headache. They're made in America. You can wash and dry them. They're hypoallergenic, plus have a 10-year warranty and 60-day money-back guarantee. It's great to know you're supporting a company that helped thousands of hurricane victims. So get your buy one, get one free MyPillows as gifts or for yourself by calling 800-489-0201 and use the promo code Amy, or visit MyPillow.com. That's 800-489-0201, promo code Amy.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
By the time I reached 1 year period, I had lost 2 inches off my waist, and I lost 17 pounds.
I think they're part of the reason that I was able to shake 10 pounds, and I think because the support, nutritional support. My blood pressure significantly is so low now compared to what it was. I think I'm doing great with it.
You've got a good product. It's just amazing.
What are you waiting for? Good health is only a phone call away. Don't miss your opportunity to get a free month's supply of Balance of Nature. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Call 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com.
Use promo code Chicago. That's promo code Chicago. Order today.
On AM 560 The Answer, we talk about the important issues that affect your world. Things like the economy, education, and foreign policy. There's always so much going on in the news that we don't always have the time to focus in and talk about the big ideas behind the important issues. Enter Upstream Ideas online at upstream-ideas.com. Upstream Ideas, in partnership with the Illinois Opportunity Project, provides the kind of information that informs the policy discussions happening here on AM 560. At Upstream Ideas, you'll broaden the debate, move beyond partisan assumptions, and challenge accepted beliefs. Upstream Ideas goes against the current and thinks upstream. Go online now at upstream-ideas.com. That's upstream-ideas.com. You'll be armed with new information and fresh perspectives to help encourage you to make the state of Illinois and the United States of America a bit freer, a bit more just, and a bit more civilized. Upstream-ideas.com.
AM 560, The Answer.
What happened with Amelia Earhart?
Amelia Earhart, this just in,
died in a plane crash?
Was banged by Gore Vidal's father. Yes. And
Did
since
you
we
just
can't libel
say-
the dead.
Did
can't
you
libel
just
the
say
dead.
banged it?
Banged it. Yes. That's, multiple
You mean they had
banging.
relations?
It's interesting because I don't think the apple fell I think the apple fell very far from the tree in Gore Vidal's case. Yes. Okay.
My gosh.
You
You
just called me a post-crypto Nazi.
Okay. What are you talking about?
That's
The hot topic of the day, which we've gotten very heated over, is Roy Moore. Should he stay or should he go? He's still there, even after President Trump, Mitch McConnell, John McCain, Mike Pence. Do I need to go on and on and on? They're saying
Trump
that he
didn't
should.
tell him to.
No, they didn't. But they said if the allegations are true, then he needs to step down.
Right.
Absentee ballots have already gone out in the mail. Some have already been returned. Ballots are printed. So they could either do a few things. It's the Alabama State Republican Party, I think, that has the power here to make him step down. President Trump can't make him step down. But Jeff Sessions, I think, should retire as U.S. Attorney General and take back his old Senate seat.
He takes back his own Senate seat. We then name, like, Elliot Richardson, the Attorney General, and he can take over the Russian collusion investigation and get rid of Mueller. I see what you're doing there. It's like nine-dimensional chess. Did you see Tucker Carlson last night talk about Roy Moore? Neither did anyone else, because he didn't talk about it until 7:59 p.m. with 1 minute left in his show, and he read a teleprompter copy.
Well, that's
about
irresponsible.
It's journalistic malpractice on the part, and I love it. I love it when a guy who's way smarter than I am, which Tucker Carlson manifestly is, weasels out. That was an act of cowardice by Tucker Carlson last night.
312-642-5600. What to do with Roy Moore? As a Christian man, do you think he should come clean?
First of all, I'm not a Christian man.
No,
what's your
Christian man,
what's your pronoun?
Should he come clean? But he's not shy for a fight. I mean, remember, he was removed from the bench in Alabama for refusing to take down the 10 Commandments outside a public building. So he's in it to win it. I don't see him going away quietly if he goes away. Yeah. But I read this article. We've been discussing this all morning, and I really think that this could feasibly be just a hack piece against Roy Moore so that they can try and get their Democratic candidate in the U.S. Senate and basically change the balance of, Republican to Democratic majority in the Senate.
I disagree wholeheartedly with you, and let me explain briefly why. Look, I initially thought, sure, this is a hit job. There's no question it is a hit job. There's no question the Washington Post is liberal. There's no question that they have an agenda. However, if you read the story, it is too detailed. There's too many things that make it ring true. Now, am I going to convict Roy Moore on the basis of a newspaper article? No, of course not. I'm going to apply the same standard that I applied to Bill Clinton and Juanita Broaddrick. I'm going to wait for Sean Hannity to interview this woman. I will say that Roy Moore is guilty.
312-642-5600 is our turnkey Pro answer line, and the phone lines are open. Let's go to Kurt, who joins us from Park Ridge. Good morning, Kurt.
Good morning. This is so ridiculous. This is the Democrat playbook. They do it every election. Every time they don't like someone, they're too conservative, too Christian, they make up a story that's not verifiable before the election happens, just so this person, it hurts their numbers. People in Alabama aren't going to fall for this. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Well, right, Kurt, did you read the story?
Yeah, I read the story. So what? It's detailed. You could make up bull crap, too. I'm sure you have in the past.
I'm making it up right now. Look, Kurt, here's the thing. There's just a lot of details about what went on there, and I'm not going to accept it right away, but wouldn't you like to hear Roy Moore answer a lot of questions about this?
He did. He took to Twitter yesterday.
But his Twitter responses were non-responsive. He's just talking about the left-wing
media. This is a hit job, and he ran to Breitbart, and Steve Bannon defended him last night.
But it's interesting. The Bezos, Amazon, Washington Post that dropped that dime on Donald Trump is the same Bezos, Amazon, Washington Post that dropped the dime this afternoon on Judge Roy Moore. Now, is that a coincidence? That's what I mean when I say opposition party.
And I'll stipulate to that. But the question is are the stories true? Too many details to just easily dismiss.
The only person they should have written this article about was the alleged 14-year-old, Leah Korfman, because the other three were of legal age.
He did illegal things with them, too.
What did he do? One said the cheerleader said he kissed me. That's the extent of it. The other one said they hugged. And the other one, I don't know what happened.
He served drinks to a minor. He wasn't supposed to do that.
Well, drinking age was 19, and she was 18.
This shows a pattern of him, a 32-year-old man.
Bruce. Then he found his wife, who he was a teenager. She's 14 years younger than him.
Yeah,
they're still married.
Part of the pattern.
That's not the pattern. What is it? A pattern?
He likes to date. Yes. He's Humbert. He likes 11-year-old nymphets.
A lot of older men like teenage girls. That sounds really gross. A lot of older men like younger women is what I meant to say. It's not a crime. Let's go to Ken.
That was punishable by 10 years in prison in Alabama.
Ken joins us from Geneva. Good morning, Ken.
Good morning. I just think the whole thing reeks of the time of it, trying to distract from the Weinstein story and the perversions of Hollywood and the entertainment business, and the distraction since the Russian thing has fallen apart and collapsed. And it's typical of the DNC. It's just disgusting, and it's promoted by a media that will come to Bill Clinton's rescue as the savior after all he did, and try to wash that away. So it's just reeks of hypocrisy, and it reeks of what's so wrong in this country and what we have to stand up against so hard, because they are trying so hard to destroy America. And it's pathetic, And I just had to vocalize that because seeing it now and seeing the hypocrisy in the media and seeing how they come out with these destroy the person's character when the news is working against them, when all the facts show all of the things the DNC did with no integrity, whether it's on CNN taking questions before debate, Hillary Clinton lying about her emails and the servers, and all the things that go on that are facts that are proven, that have been in testimony and lying under testimony. As a taxpayer, it's getting really hard to justify paying any money to this federal government anymore. And as I hope at some point there's a revolution that cleans this out, and I hope this is part of a
Thanks,
cleansing
Ken.
process.
Ken has said an awful lot, and enough.
Quickly,
He's got a boatload that could sink the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Okay, let's go to Jim, who joins us from Naperville. Quickly, Jim.
Yes, the establishment Republicans have accused him, possibly falsely, but the timing is suspicious. And now they've boxed him in to where if he does drop out, even though he denies the allegations, they've called for him to drop out if they are true. Now, if he drops out before the race, at the end, he's going to be labeled as admitting that he was wrong, that he was guilty.
Yep.
And he cannot do that. He's not going to do that.
Why can't he do it if he did it?
No, but because he doesn't believe that he did it.
Who says he doesn't believe
Coming up next on Chicago's Morning Answer, we'll begin there with Congressman Sean Duffy. But first, let's go into the newsroom. Here is Jim Talamonte.
Thanks, Amy. Good morning. Morning, Bruce. 21 degrees in Chicago with some flurries at 8:30. AM 560, The Answer. I'm Jim Talamonte in for Mike Scott. President Trump is talking trade in Vietnam. The president says he will stand up for the U.S.
From this day forward, we will compete on a fair and equal basis. We are not going to let the United States be taken advantage of anymore.
The president says Alabama Senate candidate Roy Moore should step aside if the sexual misconduct claims against him are true. White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders said Trump also believes a mere allegation should not destroy a person's life. 4 women have accused Moore of sexual harassment. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio is demanding an explanation from supporter and personal friend Louis C.K. after allegations of sexual misconduct against the comedian. 2 former Chicago-based comedians are among the 5 women accusing Louis C.K. A former Air Force member who served with a Texas church shooter says that gunman told her he bought animals on Craigslist with the sole purpose of killing them. Jessica Edwards tells CNN that the shooter also displayed a fascination with mass murders and joked about killing people. Another round of layoffs is expected soon at ESPN. Various published reports say the network has plans to let another 100 staffers go after Thanksgiving. Chicago sports, Philadelphia beat the Blackhawks last night 3-1. News is a service of Walgreens. With a little help from Walgreens, diabetes won't slow you down. With caring pharmacists, medications you rely on, and testing supplies from all the major brands, where is it convenient and where do I matter? At Walgreens, at the corner of happy and healthy. AM 560 news time is 8:32. How bad is traffic? The answer in 2 minutes on AM 560, The Answer.
This hourly segment is brought to you by Papa Nicholas Coffee. Papa Nicholas, great coffee, period.
Hi, my name is Ray McElroy, former Chicago Bears player and chaplain, and founder and CEO of the nonprofit Array of Hope on Earth. You know, running a successful nonprofit organization that serves at-risk, underserved youth in the inner city of Chicago presents its own set of challenges. I am so relieved that as a small, newer organization, we don't have to count our payroll and HR responsibilities as one of them because of the amazing service we receive from Precision Payroll of America. Not only do I appreciate the professional quality of Precision Payroll of America, but I also love that their values of faith, family, and fair and comprehensive service align perfectly with our own.
Thank you, Ray. For our great services, call me at 630-242-1507 or on the web at precisionpayroll.com. To support a great cause, check out arrayofhopeonearth.org.
Tom, you're the best, bro.
No, man, you're the best.
No, you're the best.
Oh, you the man.
No, for real, dog. You the man.
Hey, guys, Ken here from the hit podcast Today's Growth. Who would win a 3-mile bicycle race, an 11-year-old girl or last year's winner of the Tour de France? It all depends on the bicycle. It depends on their vehicle. Both on a 10-speed and the pro racer is going to win every time. But put the racer on a tricycle and the 11-year-old wins every time. You see, It's not the driver, it's the vehicle. When it comes to generating revenue, it's exactly the same. If you have a job or a small business, you are riding a tricycle. You can only go so fast. If you need to make up lost ground, it's not going to happen on a tricycle. No matter how fast you pedal, it's simply not going to win the race. Why do many people with no schooling and no advanced degree often become very wealthy? Simple. They choose to only ride 10 speeds. When it comes to helping people create their next revenue model, both Forbes and Inc. recommend Income Store as a can't miss when it comes to putting people on a 10-speed. Could your household or business use an additional revenue model that doesn't solely depend on you? If so, you need to check out IncomeStore.com. That's IncomeStore.com.
At 8:34, checking traffic from the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center on AM 560 on the CTA Blue Line. Forest Park-bound trains are stopped at Division right now. There's a mechanical issue. Lake Forest has crashed southbound 41 at Old Elm. The Edens is delay-free. Kennedy inbound. Stop and go Addison to the Hubbard Tunnel. 40 minutes O'Hare to downtown. 30 from Montrose, 26 of the Express. Outbound 11 to Montrose, 30 to the airport. The Eisenhower's 37 minutes from 390 Circle. Outbound it's 30. Stevenson 47 minutes, 355 to Lakeshore Drive. Outbound clear. Ryan 22 minutes, 95th to downtown. Southbound Lakeshore Drive, sluggish Irving Park to North Avenue. Northbound Tri-State delay is 75th to the Hinsdale Oasis. And from the Reagan Tollway to the Eisenhower. Veterans Memorials, though, 75th to the Reagan Tollway. The other tollways are just fine. More of Chicago's Morning Answer comes your way next. Amy Jacobson and Bruce Wolf in this morning. Now your official Chicagoland forecast. Today a flurry. Colder temperatures, clouds and sun mixed, a high of 32. Tonight some clouds, low 26. Tomorrow cloudy, high 39. And for Sunday, Bears, Packers at Soldier Field, snow and rain in the morning, and a high of 39 degrees. Right now it's 21 at O'Hare. Next news at 9 o'clock. Continuous coverage of the latest news, traffic, and weather at 560theanswer.com. Now more of Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560, The Answer.
This hourly segment is brought to you by Power Trading Radio. Heard Sundays at 2 p.m. Brought to you each week by Online Trading Academy.
Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy continues now. And make sure to stay tuned to catch me, Mike Gallagher, coming up at 9, only on AM 560, The Answer.
Good Friday morning. Amy Jacobson here. Bruce Wolf sitting in for Dan Proft, who I will be back on Monday, and he will be at Freedom Summit. Dan Proft will. I think he's hosting some breakout sessions during the afternoon at our Freedom Summit, which we're calling Liberty Palooza. Bruce Wolf.
I'm breaking out right now in a rash after watching Louis C.K.'s coverage. But that's another story.
That's another story.
Yeah.
But we're focusing on Roy Moore. Of course, he won the Republican nomination for the U.S. Senate seat in Alabama. He has a challenger, a Democratic challenger. He's up by 11 points right now in Alabama. But what to do, because he's not going to be going quietly or quickly, because so far he's standing firm. And with that, we welcome back to the program Congressman Sean Duffy. He's a representative from the 7th Congressional District in Wisconsin. Good morning, Congressman. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. Good morning. It's I don't know what it's like there, but it's colder than a freezer up here, man.
Do you have any snow up there?
We do. Snow's on the ground. And
oh, my gosh. Wow.
Where is the 7th District exactly, Congressman?
So we are central Wisconsin, Wausau. Mm-hmm. And we go up to Superior, over to Hudson. I've got about the northwest third of our state, which means it's a place where a lot of Chicago comes to vacation, whether it's in Hayward or Minocqua, Three Lakes, that area.
Okay. Wow. All right, so, Congressman, what do you think should happen with Roy Moore, and do you think anybody could reach him?
Well, listen, again, horrible accusations. And if true, he shouldn't be in the race, but you don't want to convict people before there's evidence that shows that they have done something wrong. My concern, and this has been pointed out a lot, again, I know as a prosecutor, and I've dealt with victims, and it's traumatic, and there's oftentimes a delayed reporting. Happens all the time. It's very natural, and common sense would say you tell someone right away, but that's not how people who have been victimized actually act. So a delayed reporting is normal, but man, we're talking 40 years. And in the public life of Roy Moore, I'm surprised that these alleged victims wouldn't have come out before, 1 month before a Senate race. There all of a sudden becomes, whether it's true or not, it feels more political than maybe it is because of the timing of the release of a guy who's been in the public eye for decades.
Right, but it's one alleged victim because the other three, they were of age of consent. And none of them claimed, none of them had sexual encounters with him. He kissed one, he hugged the other. So I think the Washington Post, it's part of a smear campaign because they're acting as if he sexually assaulted these ladies. And the age of consent in Alabama was 16, and it currently still is 16.
All right. If Congressman Duffy, what would it take right now? Because, we're talking about a 32-year-old man with a 14-year-old woman who, by the way, you say that she didn't come out for 40 years. I didn't even think she wanted to come out now. It was the Washington Post which aggressively pursued this story, which is to say that it's possible that they aggressively pursued the truth, and we're not against that. I mean, we all like to believe in Juanita Broaddrick as well. I certainly do. So, I mean, what would it take right now? There's a lot of details that have been alleged here. Doesn't Roy Moore have to come out and really squarely meet these allegations?
Well, I think he does, because what you now have is a he said, she said, and after this length of time, there's no other real evidence, no other corroboration that you can get this far away from the actual act. And so when I look at it, being someone in the electorate, you're going to have to analyze Judge Moore. You're going to have to analyze the accusation, and you're going to have to decide the truth for yourself. And if Judge Moore wants to be successful, he actually has to come out and address this head on. He should do a press conference.
Congressman Duffy, let's address the current Senate and House, which to this disinterested observer seems like a total disarray. I mean, we're talking about a tax bill right now. This is the Republicans' wheelhouse. If the Republicans don't come through with something right now, it's going to be an absolute disaster. Well, so the question is, you've got Ted Cruz who's coming out now against whatever plan there is because he doesn't like that some people are going to have to pay more money, and it sounds like a bad idea. You've got, for example, Trump wants a corporate tax right now as a stimulus measure, but Chuck Schumer doesn't want it in the Senate, so the Senate is not going to come to grips with that. I mean, how are you all going to come together on this?
So here we have to look at small victories, right? I'm one who wants tax reform. I think you guys do as well. The Senate is, frankly, a body of inaction. They never move. They can't get anything done. Healthcare, the 300 bills that we've sent over to them, they don't move on anything. And we're in a situation now where they may be able to move on tax reform. And though it may be different from the House version, if they can move a bill and we can go to conference between the House and the Senate and work out our differences, this will be a great win for America. But that they're actually introducing a bill and going to move, I sit back and applaud that. Yeah, I don't think their bill is as good as ours. That they're going to delay any kind of tax reform, I think is foolish. You want to see the impact of tax reform today. We should actually make tax reform retroactive for 2017, so people can file their taxes on a postcard and they get the tax break when they file. That's not what the Senate's doing. But if they do a bill, we'll be able to work out the differences and help grow this economy.
Well, and then, news of the Senate Republicans' sweeping tax plan is really different than the House version. I mean, they have 7 brackets instead of 4. They want to cut the corporate taxes by 20%, but that won't go into effect right away. And that affected the stock market yesterday, which we don't like. But it eliminates deductions for all state and local taxes. What I like, though, is the home mortgage reduction remains untouched. But you guys seem pretty far off in coming to one, solidified plan.
Actually, that's not that bad of a
you don't think so?
Scenario between 2 bills. No, I don't. Yeah, we have differences. Can you still condense your 7 brackets to 4? Absolutely. I mean, we're both at 20% for a corporate tax rate. They just delay it for 1 year. I mean, these are things that are not insurmountable for us to work together on. And listen, I know what I'm talking in Chicago, and you guys make a lot more money than we do in northern Wisconsin. We have bigger houses. But here's what I find interesting, you guys. Democrats have been complaining that all Republicans do is give tax breaks for the wealthy, and the rich are only benefited by Republicans. And when there's only so much tax reform we can get because we're trying to deal with this $1.5 billion number $1.5 trillion number that we had in our budget. Well, all the tax reform has been driven first into corporate and small business reform, and then middle income reform. And so there hasn't been a lot of reform left for wealthier Americans. And when we've taken away the deduction from $1 million for your mortgage interest down to $500,000. Guess who screams the most about that?
Of course.
The liberals do.
Yeah.
Liberals, because wealthier people usually live in more Democrat districts.
Right.
And they're the ones that have been complaining, tax the rich. Well, at least when their deductions go away, they're the first ones to scream. And they realize that this economic warfare doesn't make good policy.
Right. You know what a rich person is? A rich person is somebody who makes $1 more than you do. And here's the thing. I like the idea of this no deductions for state and local taxes, because all it is really, when you're allowed to do that, is subsidizing these fat cat states that want to provide generous benefits for their citizens, but it's on the backs of the rest of the electorate and the taxpayers. So I've always liked that.
You can analyze it two ways, and I agree with that. One, you have Texas that subsidizes California, New York, New Jersey, and Illinois. However, I also think you can make the equity issue that you said, listen, I already paid taxes once on these dollars, and I paid them in state taxes. Now you're going to tax me a second time on that dollar? That doesn't seem to be fair as well. And so I think there's an equity argument you could make on both sides. But what's interesting is we let you keep $10,000 of deductions for your property taxes. The Senate gets rid of that, and the reason they do it is because they don't have any senators that live in these high-tax states, that are senators from high-tax states. But we have a lot of Republicans in Illinois and California and New York and New Jersey. So it's interesting when they go bold when they don't have a vested Republican interest in the issue. So,
yeah.
But I think we got to hold out hope that this can get through the Senate. And if we get this right, you guys all look at the results from Virginia, and it was a pretty depressing night for Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
If we get tax reform done and we start bringing all this overseas profits back to America, and you reinvest in America, and you start to see, not 3% growth, but 3.5% and 4% growth, Republicans are going to do awfully well a year from now, because everyone is going to have a little more money in their pocket, a little more opportunity in their future. And that will be great for a party that delivered that to the American people.
Right, but you guys got to hurry up. I mean, Paul Ryan said if you guys don't get this done before Christmas, Christmas is going to be canceled. That you guys are going to have to stay in Washington, D.C.
Listen, I have 8 kids. That is not a good scenario. And a wife who might string me up upside down.
Yeah.
Listen, it's easy to take. You're taking the liberal narrative, gloom and doom, and how horrible. Stop.
I'm not going to test you, Congressman, and ask you to name all 8 kids. I'm just not going to test you. I'm not that much of an interrogator.
I can tell you, I got one that's 18 and one that's a year and a half.
Mazel tov.
He's sick. He's sick now. I was up half the night. That aside, we're going to get tax reform through the House floor tomorrow, and the Senate's going to start debating their tax bill. We are on track.
All right.
To get it done before Christmas. And again, liberals and Democrats want us to fail because they know if we fail, that they can actually take control of the House, which means that they understand that if we're successful, we grow the economy, people do better, and we'll win again. So really, Democrats are betting against Republicans and America, and liberal media is joining them in that effort. And we have to keep pushing through to work out the differences, to get this done, because tomorrow's a far brighter day with this tax reform package.
All right. Thank you so much, Sean Duffy. Always a congressman, always a pleasure to have you on the program. And if in case we don't talk to you before the holidays, have a great holiday season with your 8 children.
You too. I hope I'm home in Wisconsin, not in D.C., and you guys all stay warm in Chicago.
All right, you too. Thanks, Congressman Sean Duffy from the 7th Congressional District in Wisconsin. He joined us on our turnkey.pro answer line.
You've made the switch, and it feels so good. You've switched to Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
Has Roy Moore tweeted it all?
Huh?
Tweet me like I want to be tweeted. Forecast for today and for the weekend.
Well, today, snow showers likely, mainly before 10, mostly cloudy, then gradually becoming sunny with a high near 32. Increasing clouds overnight with a low around 26. Saturday, mostly cloudy with a high near 40. 50% chance of rain overnight. Mainly after midnight, cloudy with a low around 37. Sunday for the Bears game, mostly cloudy with a high near 42. Partly cloudy overnight with a low around 35. Now for a check of traffic, here's Jim Telemonte.
Bruce and Amy, Metro reports delays up to 20 minutes on the BNSF line. Signal and switch problems. CTA Blue Line trains are standing on the Forest Park inbound side of Division. Mechanical issue. The Eden says no delays to report. Kennedy inbound. 40 minutes O'Hare to downtown. Outbound 30. Eisenhower 37 minutes. 390 to the circle. Outbound 30. Stevenson 49 minutes. 355 to Lakeshore Drive. Outbound clear. Ryan is 22 minutes. 95th to downtown. I-57 Bishop Ward. Both with 2-minute delays approaching the Ryan. Southbound Lakeshore Drive. Tight Irving Park to North Avenue. Northbound Tri-State. Stop and go 75th to the Hinsdale Oasis, except from the Reagan Tollway to the Eisenhower. The other tollways are good. Jim Talamonte in the Alarm Detection Systems Traffic Center.
Need a CPAP? Then we need you. We're CPAP.com, and we carry popular brands of CPAP equipment, including ResMed, Respironics, and more. To move inventory, we're selling some of our ResMed CPAP machines at prices lower than you would think. Call now to learn more about these affordable ResMed CPAPs. We'll even provide free shipping on your ResMed machine order, so you'll get it fast. Call 1-800-700-3181. The best part? No insurance needed. Our CPAPs are priced so low they can even cost less than your copay and deductible through insurance. CPAP.com has shipped over 1 million orders and carries a large inventory of sleep apnea equipment. With little retail overhead and no middlemen, we're the best way to get comfortable, effective sleep apnea equipment at incredibly low prices. Again, CPAP.com has a large inventory of ResMed CPAPs and is offering free shipping on these devices. Call now for these great deals and others. Call 1-800-700-3181. If lines are busy, please try again. That's 1-800-700-3181.
Varicose and spider veins. Wow, what a gift from my mom. She had them, I got them, and not only are they uncomfortable and sometimes painful, but I stopped wearing skirts and shorts because I was embarrassed and I really hated the way my legs looked. When my kids asked me, "What are those things on your legs?" I was done. I finally went to Vein Clinics of America. The procedure took about an hour, and I was right back to work. What they're doing with lasers these days is unbelievable. The staff made me feel so comfortable, and the results, well, even my husband has noticed. Vein Clinics of America has been treating vein disease for over 35 years. They're the largest and most experienced in the U.S. Look, I've been doing the commercials for Vein Clinics for years because I really believe in them, and you can trust them too. The best part, my insurance covered the procedure, so stop hiding your legs. Call Vein Clinics of America right now for your free consultation. Call 800-960-0303. 800-960-0303. That's 800-960-0303.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
I have a $1,200 knee brace because I have bone on bone in my left knee, and I have a torn cartilage in my right knee. And since I've been taking Balance of Nature, I don't wear my brace, and I can walk without pain. It's I had these copper things I used to put on my knees. I don't use those either. I don't use anything. I think it's just wonderful.
What are you waiting for? Good health is only a phone call away. Don't miss your opportunity to get a free month's supply of Balance of Nature. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Call 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com.
Use promo code Chicago. That's promo code Chicago. Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies. Order today.
Folks, when shopping for a home mortgage, how much is great service, low closing costs, and competitive interest rates worth to you? At Townstone Financial, it's priceless. Hi, Barry Sterner, founder of Townstone Financial. Let's hear about the Townstone experience from a VA client.
I do have a very close personal friend. Him and his wife were both Army. They did a couple tours. They were denied their VA loan at the 11th hour. They got the carpet pulled from underneath them. So, you hear horror stories like that. With you guys going through the VA process, you guys really did most of the legwork. I mean, just a matter of getting my paperwork in order and making sure you guys had the right documents so that you could push it through, make it happen, and get us the keys to our new home.
Remember, nobody values your home mortgage business more than Townstone. I guarantee it, and I own the company. So call me now, Barry Sterner, at 312-896-2110. That's 312-896-2110. Or go to townstone.com. That's TOWNSTONE.com.
Townstone Financials, Indiana, Michigan, Wisconsin, Florida, Illinois, mortgage licensee 6629 and NMLS 136639, equal housing lender.
Right now at Kohl's, get ready for the holidays and get Kohl's Cash for you. Get $10 Kohl's Cash for every $50 you spend. Get a 40-piece Food Network dinnerware set for $69.99 and get $10 Kohl's Cash. Or a 10-piece cookware set for $149.99 and get $30 Kohl's Cash. Get a Shark vacuum for $399.99 and you'll get $80 Kohl's Cash. Earn Kohl's Cash on everything. Spend it on anything. Give joy, get joy. Right now at Kohl's. Select styles. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Blue Star medicated ointment works fast to relieve the pain and itch of almost any skin irritation.
It's amazing. It's like as soon as you put it on, you can feel it working. We've had Blue Star in the family for years. It works on everything.
I love the cooling sensation on my athlete's foot.
What a relief for my eczema.
Nothing worked on my dry, cracked skin until I tried Blue Star.
Blue Star is great for scalp itch.
Look for the white box with the Blue Star in the first aid section. Feel Blue Star work fast, or your money back.
Ever since I was little, I imagined owning a bakery. With hard work, I made it happen. But after this weekend's robbery, I realized that I need to protect my dream with security.
I've got a great answer for you. Alarm Detection Systems, your local family-owned business, understands the threats you might face. Visit adsalarm.com or call 630-844-6300 and find out how we can protect you. License number 127000143.
I manage a construction site, and the other morning we had to send half of the crew home because of missing equipment. This nonsense is cutting into my time and budget.
Here's what you need to know. Alarm Detection Systems offers mobile security solutions that expand with your project. Visit adsalarm.com or call 630-844-6300 to find out about our alarm and video protection. License number 127000143.
Save more with Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Did I mention that Liberty Mutual saved us almost $800 when we switched our auto and home insurance?
Liberty did what?
It gave us a little extra cushion in our budget, which we used to upgrade Billy's football pads.
He's got a little extra cushion, all right.
Nobody's going to hurt my baby. Mom, I can't move.
Visit us online to get a quote. You can save $782 when Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance. Based on recent countrywide new customer survey. Coverage is underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company. Equal housing insurer.
Napa know-how.
Making your budget last longer than it should is an accomplishment. But making motor oil last longer than it should? Dangerous. Lucky for you, Pennzoil Full Synthetic is only $4.99 a quart. Its long-lasting formula and low price can help your engine and your wallet go farther. Pennzoil Full Synthetic for $4.99. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
General states pricing. Sales prices do not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. Offer ends 12/31/17.
Message and data rates may apply.
What's the scariest thing about going to the dentist? Opening your mouth or opening your wallet? Because just a simple cleaning can cost $100, and things like root canals can cost you hundreds more. If you don't have dental insurance to help, text SAVE to 33123 for a free information kit from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps pay for checkups right away, so you can call today and get your teeth cleaned tomorrow. Plus, it helps cover the more expensive procedures you might need down the road. Fillings, crowns, bridges, even costly dentures. There's no deductible and no annual maximum. Your acceptance is guaranteed for one of these insurance policies, even if you're retired or on Medicare. There are no networks, so you can choose any dentist you'd like. That's right, any dentist you want. Text SAVE to 33123 for a free information kit with all the details. That's SAVE to 33123. Again, text SAVE to 33123.
AM 560, The Answer.
Just going over the schedule for tomorrow's Freedom Palooza. Or Liberty Palooza, yeah. It's an all-day event. Oliver North will be there. I'm sorry, Bruce, I tried to get you in, but tickets have sold out. So
is there standing room?
No, this is not like Wrigley Field. No standing room only seats are available.
Really?
Yes.
Who's playing at Liberty Palooza?
Who's playing? Well, we have an acoustic set by Joe Walsh and Keith. Who else is? I'm sorry, the executive producer Keith Conrad is speaking. Yes, Keith. Keith.
He's gone.
No, he's
so
gone.
I'm the only person in the world, in the universe, who has ever opened for Joe Walsh of the James Gang and the Eagles.
Yeah.
Opened for him with Steve Dahl at Teenage Radiation in 1986 at the Rosamond Horizon, and also has substituted for Joe Walsh of this radio station.
Really?
So I'm the only person in the world who's ever done that.
Done the
Seems
Walsh
to
Walsh?
me you don't want to talk about it.
No,
Yeah.
I know.
All right.
I had no idea the greatness that was in front of
It's
me.
unbelievable what I've done in my
Thank you,
life.
though, for
Thank
sitting
you.
in the last few days for